All right, can anybody hear? Let's see if anybody can hear me now. I've been having some real technical difficulties. YouTube obviously made some changes to their back end, and I could not find some things that I needed to get settled before I could even start the stream. So I don't know what the deal was. All right, so everybody can hear me. Oh man, I'm glad at least we finally got it working. Man, we were having some major difficulties. We're like 30 minutes late. All right, so good. I'm glad that you guys are able to hear me now. We made it. That's right, Rick, though. We made it. We got everything working finally. Oh man. Let's see. Finally. Oops, let me turn that off so I can see what's going on in the chat and everything. Yeah, so finally, yeah, I don't want to go into real detail, but man, I thought I had everything worked out yesterday, went and set up my stream, got everything all good to go, and the thing just like crapped out on me. So actually I'm going to turn the music down a little bit more. Yeah, let me know if the music sounds pretty good now. I want to make sure that everything sounds right. All right, cool. How's it going, Michelle, Jason, Ricto, Nermiachos, Joanna, Joey, what's up? Man, I'm just glad that we got things, working right. Man, I was getting a little frustrated because I couldn't get the keys to work. You have to merge the keys from the backend software I'm using and YouTube, and it was not taking the keys that I was putting in. And finally, I ended up shutting everything down and restarting it, and I think now everything is good. Now you know he appreciates us. Yeah, it's in the forefront of my mind now. So I want to make sure that that I'm paying attention to the music to make sure it's not too loud. Hopefully I don't turn off the audio anytime soon either, because that seems to be a reoccurring problem. All right, so what's up, James? Welcome to the stream. Desiree, do you smell what the retro's cooking? You can't see my eyebrow raised, but I was raising my eyebrow. LeBron James announced Space Jam. Yeah, I'm going to be talking about that in the news. I meant to get the news out today, but I got slammed. I had so much stuff I was working on today. I didn't even get get the video done. So I'm gonna work on that tomorrow, but it will be coming out. But yeah, I know about the new Space Jam, so that's pretty cool. I don't know, the name that they're going with, it's not all that great to me. It doesn't seem like it's, you know, an amazing name or title for the new Space Jam movie, but I'm glad that they're doing a new Space Jam movie. I mean, I'm interested to see, you know, how it goes. I like the one that had Michael in it, so we'll see how it goes. And now featuring old Cartoon Network character. Yeah, I want to see what characters they're gonna have in it, and if they're gonna look like the ones we grew up with. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, we got a new Looney Tunes show that's going to be coming out on HBO Max, which I don't have, by the way, but hey, whatever. All right, so let's see what we got. We got like 12 people in the stream already, which is good. I want to, you know, make sure that we got, you know, enough people to kind of get this going. Looks like most of the people that are usually playing are here, so that's really cool. We got the crew together tonight for some old school retro trivia. So yeah, sorry for the major malfunctions, the issues that were going on. I really do not know why that happened. I'm probably gonna do a couple of impromptu streams next week, just so I can make sure that this stuff is working properly. So next weekend, I'll be able to get, you know, everything done correctly. The live chat wall is distracting. Let's see. Hey, William. Hey, James. Yeah, so that's another thing that I'm having some issues with on this. Not really on the stream, but normally I have a chat box window to the left, and I need to go back through and get that set up. So I missed your previous comment. Oh yeah, I did. Oh, the end of the story about the football player. Yeah, I'll give you guys a refresher on that. Well, at least we got, you know, everything looking pretty good. I might end up dimming the lights a little bit more. It's a little bit brighter right now than I like it. But for the most part, I think that everything is working now. Thank goodness. Let's see. Switch over to this view. A little bit better view, I guess. Although I gotta look over to the other side to see some of the chat results. But in just a few minutes, we're going to go ahead and get started on the trivia. So I hope you guys are ready for that. Okay. So I need to check something out real quick. Where is that setting? I'm looking for my chat box setting. But I can't find it. So how's everybody doing tonight? Is everybody doing good in this COVID-19 day and age? Try to ask that every stream just to check on you guys, see what's going on, see how everybody's doing. I got a bunch more questions lined up for you guys. So hopefully, where is that? I'm looking for my chat thing, but I can't see it. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Usually I can see my my chat docked to the side, so I don't have to use my stream to find it. But oh well. Yeah, I will definitely get to that comment that that you made, Joey, about my story. But I do want to get the trivia going. All right. Okay. I'll finish the story real quick. So basically, Barry Sanders, I was in Hawaii at Pro Bowl, and Barry Sanders was there, and he was with some girls playing pool, and I asked if you know I could play with them, and so we ended up playing doubles, and so it was really cool because I got to meet Barry Sanders at the Pro Bowl in Hawaii. And we ended up letting him win. No, actually, I think he won because he's pretty good. But he played with one of the girls, and I played with the other one that he had with him, and he ended up winning. That's a little bit of a short, abbreviated version of the story. But I also got a cool picture with him, and the guy's about the same size as me. So anyway, yeah, I was telling that story last night, and my stream got cut off. I made some changes to the stream settings, so hopefully we won't have any buffer issues, because I think that's what the problem was. Hey Daryl, how's it going? So your cousin told you to come check out the stream? That's very cool. We had a little bit of technical difficulties earlier, and hopefully we got all that worked out. Yeah, I was working on some major changes to the way I'm doing this stream, and evidently there were some things that I missed, so there were some just some issues with it whenever I first started getting everything to go. Let's see, the Never-Ending Story reboot with Ghost Dad. Ghost Dad is going to be leading the Never-Ending Story reboot. I think that would be awesome. Let's see. I was able to use the time home to crack down on potty training my son, so that's a plus. Yeah, that's always good. Not having to deal with diapers and stuff. Let's see. Poggy. Oh, Daryl. Somebody knows Daryl is Poggy. Or Pogo? Pogo? Sorry. It's Pogo. It was driving me crazy all day. Yeah, man, I was going into great detail on that story before, so kind of sucks that I didn't get to finish it with you guys last night, because I was in the zone on telling it, and I was going into great detail. Maybe one of these days down the road, I'll start the whole story over again and tell it from the beginning. But yes, Voltron. You see Voltron in the back? There's two of them. Voltron 1 and Voltron 3. Right back over there. And I have the Star Wars, like that first set that came out in the 70s as well up there. So, all right. So we got 14 in the room. Are you guys ready for doing a little bit of trivia? This is going to be 80s trivia tonight. Yeah. So we're going to be doing 80s trivia, and we're going to be doing a few rounds, and I'm hoping that everything goes well. But with anything on this channel, you know, everything's up for grabs. Things change at a moment's notice, and I'm going to do my best to make sure we don't have any issues. But this being the first time I've done trivia in this, you know, this way that I'm getting ready to do it tonight, it'll be interesting to see how things go. But, you know, worst case scenario, I'll pull out my deck of cards, and I'll go back old school and do them through the cards. All right, so will we be doing more TV show themes? Not tonight. I didn't prepare for that. So tonight we're gonna mainly stick to what I'm going to be popping up on the screen. But without further ado, it's already 15 minutes after 10. This thing was supposed to kick off at 9:30. We didn't get it going till almost, I think, just after 10 o'clock. So I promised myself that 15 minutes into the stream, I was going to hit the ground running and at least start with the questions. So without further ado, let's move on to our round one setup so we can start with the questions. Okay. So as you guys can see, we are now going to be using this format for popping up the questions, and I'll be popping up the answers afterwards. So make sure you guys got your streams all set up and you're all caught up with your sync. That way when we start, you guys will be raring to go and be able to answer the questions pretty quickly. Everybody gets stars for, being involved, because, this is 2020. No, I'm kidding. All right. So anyway, okay, if you guys are ready, let's go ahead and get started. All right. So we're going to start with a test question. And it's not even really a question. It's more of a, just let people know about the stream. Let people know that, I've been doing this stream for the last couple weeks. I'm trying to do this every Friday. So, make sure that you let people know about it. And the second part of that is it grows the channel. So I appreciate it a lot if you guys can tweet it out or Facebook it out and let people know about the stream. So, okay, without further ado, let's go on to our first question. Question number 1. What do MEATLOAF fans like to yell out when his character Eddie shows up for dinner in the Rocky Horror Picture Show? All right, so we got some answers coming in. This is good. This is good. I like the answers coming in. Oh, Ghost Dad again? No, MEATLOAF again? All right, so the question's not appearing on the screen. You're not able to see the question. Okay. Okay. I know why. All right. So, can you guys see it now? That should be working fine. Glad I said it. What do MEATLOAF fans like to yell out when his character Eddie showed up for dinner in the Rocky Horror Picture Show? This is what you get when you got a one-man production. All right, so gonna show you guys the answer. MEATLOAF again. So let's see who got it. Looks like Michelle got it. Ghost Dad. No, sorry. It was a good guess. Very, very good guess. Ghost Dad is always a good guess. But nope, that wasn't the answer. Can you guys, are you able to see the answer? Did it pop up okay on there? That was the question. And Meatloaf again is the answer. Okay, good. All right, so we got that squared away. I just wanted to show it up one more time. So, all right. Everybody loves that movie, right? Rocky Horror Picture Show. One of my favorite movies of all time. I love it. All right. Let's see. Let's move on to question number 2. Michelle won that first one. So, question number 2. What cable network did American Express and Warner Communications jointly launch in 1981? What cable network did American Express and Warner Communications jointly launch in 1981? We got a few answers already coming in, guys. The answer is MTV. All right, so let's see how many of you guys got that one right. Looks like Jason was the first one to ring in with MTV. Music television. I remember, I believe it came out in 1981, and I watched a ton of MTV growing up. Although Yo MTV Raps was more my speed when I got a little bit older, and MTV finally started putting, you know, Yo MTV Raps on there. I don't know if you guys liked Yo MTV Raps or not. Alright, so let's move on to the next question. Alright, guys. Question number 3. Oh, darn it. I popped it up on there. Crap. Y'all probably gonna already answer this one and get it right. Damn it, I messed up. Still getting used to the way this thing runs. Oh, Richter got it because he can read really well. What home electronic devices were found by the U.S. Supreme Court not to violate copyright laws in 1984? Pretty much everybody got that one. Video cassette recorder, VCR. Half star for Ricto for speed hands. Yeah, good job, Ricto. Holy crap. Yeah, he got that one written out pretty damn quick too. So, hey, the sponsor of tonight's trivia is actually a well, they're not really a sponsor, but anything that I make off the stream from you know, when people watch it after the show's over or whatever, all that's going towards the NF Foundation. I don't know if y'all know what that is. It's a neurofibromatosis foundation. I have a family member that has NF, and so it's near and dear to my heart. And just want to let you guys know about that. NF is this is NF Awareness Month, so I wanted to let you guys know about that. So, question number 4. Are you guys ready? These are the construction workers, architects, or miners in the TV show Fraggle Rock. What's up, William? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, no, no Sam Adams tonight. Just drinking Coca-Cola. I love Fraggle Rock. I know they did bring it back on HBO. I liked Red. Sometimes she got on my nerves, but I still liked her. What is up, Finn? How's it going, man? Hope you're doing well. What are doozers? There we go. Going with the Jeopardy answer. I wonder how long Alex Trebek's gonna hang on, man. He's got a memento that he's written, so yeah, it's like an autobiography, I think. I wouldn't mind reading that myself, but yeah, Alex Trebek's been around so long. And what, Pat Sajak, isn't he the one from Wheel of Fortune? Both of them guys, man. Let's see, what is the answer? The answer is the Doozers. Let's see who popped in and got that one first. Looks like William got that one. A lot of people got the answer, though. Yeah, Jim Henson, he's the one who, I guess he created the Fraggles. I almost like, I don't want a reboot, but I would love to see a Fraggle Rock revival. Oh man, that would be really cool. There's a lot of like little Muppet type shows that I would like to see, but I think Fraggle Rock would probably be one that I would be more akin to really be able to enjoy, just because growing up, I mean, I don't remember what year it came out, but I loved Fraggle Rock, and my family, we had HBO and Cinemax, so I was very lucky. Back in the day, if you had HBO and Cinemax in your house, oh my God, there were so many good shows to watch, and most of those 80s rom-coms and like sexploitation kind of movies that came on late at night, like Hot Dog and Porky's, all those came on HBO and Cinemax. So, but Fraggle Rock was one of my favorites, and I don't know. I just think it'd be cool if they brought it back with brand new episodes and continued on the storyline. I don't want to reboot though, because the Fraggle Rock that we remember, it was so good. Yeah, I would hate to see them like totally do a reboot of it. Yeah, a lot of the cast from Fraggle Rock's dead. The one that was on Punky Brewster, the dad, and yeah, he's gone. So Jim Henson, his son, could do some of the voices. I'm sure they could bring back some of the people to do voices, or have other people do the voices. But it is a shame, All right, so what question are we on? Let's go on to question number 5. Oh, who got that one? The Doozers. I believe it was William Lightborn who got that one right first. Yeah, the Minions. That's more recently, man. That's more recent. Okay, so question number 5. What Prince movie tied Howard the Duck for Worst Picture Razzie in 1986? What Prince movie tied Howard the Duck for Worst Picture Razzie in 1986? Let's see how many of you guys get that one. The Razzies. I didn't even know the Razzies were around that long, but 1986? Hey. So we got some people already jamming in some answers. Ricto saying Purple Rain. William Purple Rain. Joey Baseball might be right with Ghost Dad. No, it's not. It's not Ghost Dad. But that would definitely win a Razzie. I think that one would win a Razzie for sure. And then Christopher Raymond Reed bringing up an old movie called Under the Cherry Moon. And then Joanna also with that one. Purple Rain was good. I loved Purple Rain. I didn't understand it real well as a kid though. And honestly, I was watching it on HBO, and I think every time Purple Rain came on, at least for the first couple years that I was watching it, I never caught it at the beginning. So it was kind of weird. What's up, Keith? How's it going, man? All right. So the question again, what Prince movie tied Howard the Duck for Worst Picture Razzie in 1986? All right, guys. Here is the answer. Under the Cherry Moon. A couple of you guys got that one. It's a little bit more of an obscure movie. I watched it one time ever, so I don't know. I don't deserve a guess. I was reading it as in a movie about a prince, forgetting Prince for a second. That's what happens when you have kids and your life is corrupted by Disney. Yeah, that makes sense. Howard the Duck is a great movie, and I don't think it deserves a Razzie. It's actually one of those go-to movies that I really like to enjoy and sit down and just kind of veg out on. So, you know, there's a lot of movies like that, but that's one that I really enjoy. Here's one. It's not a trivia question, but who was the lead actress in Howard the Duck? This is not one of our trivia questions, but I'm just curious as to how many of you guys know it. She was also in Back to the Future. So let's see who knows this one. And then we will move on to the next question. Marty McFly's mom. McFly. Yeah, Leah Thompson. I liked her in that movie. So she supposedly said that she really enjoyed that movie, and she was upset that that movie did so bad, that it didn't do very good at in the theaters, and that it was kind of a bomb. And she's in fact trying to get them to make a new Howard the Duck, but I don't know where they are with that. But I know Leah Thompson's like really pushing to get a new Howard the Duck movie made, which I am totally on board with. I don't want the one from what was it, Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm not exactly on board with that one, although that one is closer to what the comic books were really like. But I really did enjoy the Howard the Duck from the 80s movie. So I don't know, some of you guys might disagree with me, but for me it was a fun movie. Yeah, I didn't know she directs the Goldbergs. Wow, or she does some of the directing, like some of the episodes. That's really cool. Yeah, I think it would be received a lot better today too. It was such a fun movie though. I always remember that one bar scene when they were at the bar and the fight. You know, the fight thing started. But it was a really cool movie. All right, are you guys ready for another question? Again, this is just round one, so you know, we're gonna probably you know, do a few rounds, but I kind of want to see how this format goes. Let me know if you guys like this new format. You know, kind of what you think about it. For me, it seems like it kind of is appealing to people who can't constantly be listening, but might be wanting to just watch once in a while, or they might want to go back through this stream later and kind of quickly go through all the trivia questions. Yeah, I remember Caroline in the City. Good so far. Okay, cool. I'm glad you guys are liking the new format. All right. So, who hit a 390 in 1980? The closest to a 400 hitter that baseball had seen since World War II. As a lover of anything purple, I'm a fan of the layout. Yeah, purple's a awesome color. Let's see who's getting some answers in here. We got Sammy Sosa, George Brett, Nolan Ryan, Jose Canseco. All good answers. Yeah, I knew what you meant. The Bash Brothers, Derek Jeter. I guess I know my baseball a little bit, huh? I know some of these guys' first names. Ted Williams, who was not one of the ones that would have been a hitting 390 in 1980. All right, so that one's a baseball question, which I do love baseball, by the way, but my era of baseball was more in the mid-80s. Your layout is far out, man. Totally radical. Awesome. I'm glad you guys like the layout. I spent a lot of time working on this and trying to get it set up. I'm a little ashamed of myself that I couldn't get the stream to work properly when I first got it set up. I did all this work and then the stream didn't come up right, but it is what it is. I'm just glad that I'm able to give something good to you guys to, to enjoy. So, the answer to the question is George Brett. And I know someone on the screen had already gotten that one. And, of course, it was Georgie. Got the same name, right? Georgie Padilla got George Brett. Good job. Hey, Keith. Hey, man. Things are going really, really well. Hopefully, things will continue to go well. I can't wait for this COVID crap to get past us and we can move on and try to enjoy our lives without being isolated. But it is what it is right now. I hope you guys are doing okay. Hey guys, I lost my connection after it started. Don't know what happened, but my dad was messing with Amazon Prime. Then everything went off. Nice screen. Congrats, Retro. Cool, man. Welcome, Casey. Welcome back to the stream. Tell your dad not to be doing that, okay? Yeah, in all honesty, I'm not exactly positive that it wasn't me that actually messed up the stream and not your dad, because I was having some real problems with the stream like right around 9:30. It almost took me 30 minutes to get it working right, which really, really sucks. Will you still do these trivia nights after everything goes back to normal? Yes, I plan on doing this. And I'm going to probably continue to support those organizations that need my support through this as well. So proceeds that I make from the stream, the ad revenue that I get, that's going to go towards the NF Foundation. So I think I already told you guys about that a little earlier, but this month is NF, I guess, support month or awareness month. So just want to let you guys know about it. Let's see. Tell Dad he owes you a retro t-shirt. Yeah. What was it? Oh, yeah. Nermiachios. You had asked a question yesterday. You actually sent me a super chat yesterday, and you had asked a question, and I never got to it. I was going to get to it before my dang stream ended. Your question was, can we sing questions and themes for future trivia? So the answer is, you can always send me suggestions. Ultimately, I'll make the decision on whether it's something I want to do or talk about, and make sure it doesn't conflict with what I'm trying to do on the channel. But if it's something that I find that might be a really good addition or something I really want to do or talk about, Yeah, I'm definitely up for possibly doing something like that. But yeah, you're welcome to send your suggestions. I appreciate the super chat and um, let's see. And any questions? What did you mean by that? Did you just mean basically like, can you send me trivia questions? Because I have thousands and thousands, so I don't really need any more trivia questions. But I mean, if you know good places to get more, I'm always adding them to my repertoire. So let's see. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. I believe it's question number 7. No video game trivia tonight, but there are some video game questions that are in this trivia. But in the future, I'll be doing some trivia every once in a while that will be specific for specific genres or just topics. But tonight it's all for all, or what do you want to call it? It's basically everything goes. So these trivias are all across. Sorry, I fell asleep, but I'm awake now. Hey, welcome back, Joey. Okay, question number 7. If you guys are ready. What music video premiered on MTV to huge fanfare on December 2nd, 1983, which was 367 days after the music album was first released? Yeah, it's a free-for-all. What music video premiered on MTV to huge fanfare on December 2nd, 1983, which was 367 days after the music album was first released? We'll see how many people got that one right. Sometimes I wish it was on, or this was on Twitch, just because I can be playing like real 80s music rather than just synthwave type of stuff. I like synthwave, but it would have a nicer feel to it if I could play some authentic 80s and 90s music. Kind of sucks. Hey, there's a little ghost there. Desiree's go-to is Ghost Dad. And it's always wrong. Yeah, I like this music too, but I would love to have a little bit more of that authentic feel to it. So it's okay. That's okay, man. That's okay. All right, let's see. We got some answers that came in. The first person to answer in was Georgie with Thriller. Then we got Michelle with Money for Nothing. William had Beat It. Nermiachos had Thriller. Daryl had Thriller. Michael Jackson, Thriller. That's an 80 movie, so should the answer be one of these? I think you only missed one question after that. Yeah. It's default answer if you don't know it. Yep. All right. So let's go find out what the actual correct answer is, guys. And the answer is Thriller. Michael Jackson's Thriller. Great song. The music video is really long too, but I loved it. Loved it. Thriller is the answer. Speaking of Michael Jackson, there is a 3D, I don't know, it's kind of like an amusement park ride, but it's also a movie. Does anybody know what that movie was that was at Disney World? And I think it might have been at Disneyland. And it's made by Michael Jackson. Anybody know that? Because I went to Disney World I don't know, probably around 5 or 6 years ago. And they actually brought it back. So it was for a limited time. And here's what's crazy about it. When I went to Disney World back in the 80s, we went to, all the parks, and they had Captain EO there. Anybody get that one? Yeah. Someone said Captain EO. William, he got it. And, I'm sorry, Christopher got it first, but it wasn't really a trivia question. I was just kind of curious who knew about it. But Captain EO, yeah, it was a video game as well, I think. Or maybe that was Moonwalker. One of those was a video game. But I did not get to see Captain EO when I was there in the 80s. I was so upset because I really, really wanted to see it. And the time had passed. They took the show away. So I was so upset that I was never going to get to watch the 3D interactive show at Disney World. And I go back to Disney World about 5 or 6 years ago. And I'm walking with my family. And I saw this thing called Captain EO. And it didn't at first dawn on me. But I was like, oh, that sounds like a really cool ride. And we were in the park for a while, and I never really thought too much of it. And then we were walking, I think it was in Magic Kingdom, which I think is where Captain EO was playing. And I saw the poster, and I was like, oh my God, it's Captain EO that I never got to see back in the 80s. And it was redemption. I finally got to go see it. It was really pretty good. I mean, even being dated from being an 80s show like it was, I actually still really enjoyed it, and I'm really glad I got to go see it in the late 2000s. So I thought that was cool. But yeah, some people remember it. Some people don't even know that there was a Captain EO show at Disney World. It was like a 3D interactive show. But yeah, thought I'd tell y'all about that because it was really, really cool to me. All right, so you guys got to be ready for the next question. All right, so trivia question. I believe we are on number 8. So the last one was Thriller. And question number 8. Are you guys ready for it? Oh, hold up. Uh-oh. We have a super chat that just came in. Oh, okay. So before we get to the question, Nermiachios threw in a super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. That is very, very kind of you. Let's see. He had a question that went along with that. What 2 MJ songs did he create for The Simpsons? All right. So this is not part of the trivia, but does anybody know the answer to that? And I don't even know the answer to these. So since Nermi did a super chat, I'm going to give him a second to see if anybody gets that answer right. So way to hijack the chat. No, I'm joking. It's okay. Happy birthday, Lisa, and do the Bartman. Are those correct? Let us know, Nermi. Do the Bateman, probably Bartman, and Deep Trouble. Do the Bartman, I've heard. Deep Trouble, I don't remember that one. Sometimes I'll hear stuff and I don't know the name of it, so it doesn't necessarily mean that I haven't heard it, but I can't recall that one. But we are going to move on to the next question. Question number 8. What bite-sized Ritz cracker sandwiches did Nabisco introduce in 1981? What bite-sized Ritz cracker sandwiches did Nabisco introduce in 1980 or 80? I'm sorry, 87. I can't even read my own typing. I like those Nabisco crackers. Those were pretty good. I like them. Let's see. We got some answers coming in. Michelle answered Ritz Bits. Narmiachios also said Ritz Bits. Handy Snacks by Georgie. William Ritz Bits. A lot of people remember that. I don't know who directed Captain EO, Joey. I'm thinking it was a big name like George Lucas. Because I do remember this question coming up before. Not on here or anything, but I remember talking about it with somebody many, many years ago. All right, guys. So, the answer to that question is Ritz Bits. And I believe the first person to get it right was Michelle. Good job, Michelle. Michelle got that one. Yeah, those little sandwiches. They wasn't it like a cracker that they had the cheese in between them, something like that. And they're really, really tiny. They came in boxes before they came in bags, I think. Hey Joey, who is it that directed Captain EO? Do you know the answer, or are you asking it? They made them with peanut butter too. Yeah, that might have been actually what it was. It might have been peanut butter. I pretty much dipped everything in either milk or Coke. Crazy, weird, gross thing to do. I'm not going to tell you the things actually, I'll tell you one thing I dipped in milk. I used to dip pickles in milk. Gross, weird. That was an 80s thing when I was a kid, but I did it. Anybody else do anything really weird like that? And I used to barely open my Coke. I don't have a can here, but you know how like when you pop the top on a Coke, you can barely open it if you want. Well, I was kind of poor growing up, and I used to always try to preserve or reserve, as much of it as I can. So I would drink a little bit and I'd put it in the fridge, but I would just open it enough that I could sip it and it would come out just a little bit. But that was another weird thing that I did. Spielberg, not Spielberg. It wasn't George Lucas. Oh, Francis Ford Coppola. Okay. Wow. So I knew it was a big name. I just couldn't remember who. Captain EO, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. It was written by George Lucas and directed by Francis Ford Coppola. Okay. So I kind of had it right, but not exactly. Those two guys, man. I mean, between him and Spielberg, and Katz, there's a few of those guys that are freaking phenomenal. Okay. Let's go on to the next question. And that is question number 9. We're almost finished with the first round, guys. And it's only taken us an hour. So, all right. What color is the character Tron in the 1982 Bally Midway arcade game? What color is the character Tron in the 1982 Bally Midway arcade game? Man, a bunch of y'all are guessing on that one. Hey, this is an arcade or a gaming question, so I know some of you guys wanted to see some gaming questions. Tron's a cool game. I really wish that I had like a little Tron controller. There was like a couple different ones that came with the game, but yeah, man, I really wish that I had the easier way to play it. Like you can play certain aspects of it, but then other aspects of it you can't play right unless you have the right controller stuff for it. But even more than that, I liked the movie. So the movie for me was just awesome. I saw the Tron episode on the Goldbergs. Dude, the Goldbergs are great. If you guys are not watching the Goldbergs, I will admit I am not caught up, but I love that show. That show is an inspiration for some of the ideas that I have on this channel, believe it or not. And a reminder of some of the things that I have that I don't use anymore, that I remember and I go and pull them out of the attic, or just things that I'm like, oh my God, I totally forgot about that. So if you haven't seen the Goldbergs, great, awesome show. I'll tell you a little thing that I found out was I don't remember the guy's first name, but the guy Goldberg who created the show, the Goldbergs, he is writing a script for it's the Goonies. So if we end up getting another Goonies, it might be all thanks to him, because I know that he's writing a script that he seems to believe that they're going to actually want to use for the a Goonies 2. Don't know if it'll happen. There was a Goonies stream that happened just a couple days ago, and I thought that was pretty cool, but I don't know. Goldberg, if he ends up getting that done, that'll be pretty cool. Adam, he's a huge fan of the Goonies. Yeah, I know, and he says that he has written the script that is going to get made, so he seems to be pretty confident in it. I'm writing a script for Ghost Dad 2. I just have to wait for Bill Cosby to get out of jail. Ooh. Ouch. Oh, Bill, man. So do you have to wait for him to get out of jail for you to finish the script, or just, ask him to be in the movie? Because I want to see this script. It'd be kind of interesting to see this script. Watching a episode of the Goldbergs is like listening to my dad or going through his old toys or Tops. When you say Tops, are you talking about like his Tops cards, like his baseball cards? Or, Tops made a bunch of other stuff as well, but I know they made baseball cards and stuff like that. Okay, so getting back to the answers. The answer to the last one, answer number 9. What color is the character Tron in the 1982 Bally Midway arcade game? The answer is blue. So I don't know how many of you got it, but the answer is blue. Sometimes people might say that it's like a aqua or whatever, but for all essential purposes, it's blue. So let's see how many people got it right. We got Richter, we got Finn. Richter was the first to answer. He got it right first. Am I too late to join this one? Purple Epic Icon. No, man. We're almost done with round 1, but in a little bit we're going to go start on round 2. So you'll get to join in on that as well. Round 2 is going to start probably in about 10 minutes, but we're almost done with this one. We got one more question left in this round. Blue, 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 blue. Man, a lot of people will remember that game. It's never too late. The color... Hey, Ghost Dad is kind of blue in a way. He's blue right now. Ricto, you can't guess all the colors. Yeah, Ricto. Pick a color and stick to it, man. The Tron Uprising show got canceled too early. Yeah. How many episodes did they make of that? Trying to get caught up on the questions, or I mean on the chat. I actually looked for Ghost Dad on Amazon. You're gonna have to watch that. Do a reboot with LeBron James. Seems to be his thing now. What retro food or drink would you like me to return either permanently? Would I like to return either permanently or for a limited time? Ecto Coolers, man. I like when they bring that back. T-shirts. It's really throwing me off that you wrote the word blue in pink lettering. Hey man, all of my stuff is in pink lettering. Just one season. Okay. Yeah, I remember them having one, but I never watched it, honestly. But I actually heard that they were going to be bringing, well, I don't know if they're going to still do it. There's been so many changes that have happened due to COVID, but I have heard that they're going to be bringing back a new Tron show, but there's been no news on it recently. So, all right, guys, let's go into question number 10. Name the Royal Adventure game developed by Sierra Online and published originally for the IBM PC Junior in 1984. Name the Royal Adventure game developed by Sierra Online and published originally for the IBM PC Junior in 1984. Let's see. We got some answers coming in. Let's see who got it first. Let's see. Here we go. We got Knight's Quest, King's Quest, Oregon Trail, Quest, Ghost Dad's Quest, Prince of Persia. I played that game. I thought it was like early 90s. It might have been the late 80s. I remember that game. That was kind of ahead of its time. Prince of Persia was. Queen's Crusade. That was going to be my answer. Oregon Trail. I wasn't really a fan of Oregon Trail. I always died of dysentery. Again, we never got to play it at school. Everybody talks about getting to play Oregon Trail in school. And I never got to play Oregon Trail in school. I don't know if it was because of this podunk school that I went to when I was in high school or, you know, a little earlier than that. But I never got to play that game. Let's see. Hey, Retro, have you heard of Metal Jesus Rocks? He is a retro game YouTuber who worked at Sierra. Yes, I know of him, and I know he worked at Sierra. Sierra Online or Sierra Games, and I've watched him talk about some of his stories at Sierra too. So I really loved the Sierra games when I was a kid. I only got to play it at my friend's house. Yeah, I mean, I hear so many people talk about Oregon Trail. Like, everybody makes this big to-do about that being their pop culture growing up, getting to play that game at school. And I did not get to play it. Kind of sucked. But, okay, let me get back to the question. So, we were on question number 10. As a recap, name the Royal Adventure game developed by Sierra Online and published originally for the IBM PC Junior in 1984. So, I actually believe that before it became Sierra Online, I thought it was just Sierra Games or something else. I don't remember for sure. But the answer to the question for question number 10, King Quest, the first King's Quest game. Loved that game. Loved it to death. That was an awesome game. Let's see who got that one right. Ricto got the answer first. So Michelle was close. I think she was thinking of King's Quest, but Ricto got the answer. And Oregon Trail, as much as I love that game, not really. As much as I remember that game, it's not the right answer. So let's see who said it first. Georgie, you died of dysentery. Sorry, brother. Let's see if anybody else got that one. I'm at 22. All right, this is awesome. Let's see if we can break our record of 25. I had 25 last week. Always shooting for more. That would be really cool. All right, so that was the end of that first round. That was really fun. So after going through that first round, I would love to get you guys input on what y'all thought about the way that I did that first round of trivia, or the new way that I'm doing it. Give me a thumbs up, or just let me know what you thought about it in the chat down below, or wherever it's showing your chat. Retro does a test stream and sets a viewer record. Yeah, it was weird. So last night, I had tons of problems getting my stream up because I was trying to test it out, and boom, like within minutes we had like 14, 15 people in the chat. And honestly, I was just trying to, check everything to get it working. I even did it really late at night. I think around 11, if I'm not mistaken, hoping that I would catch a few people on, because I don't want everybody to see the behind the scenes of me screwing up, which is basically exactly what I did when I was trying to set my stream up this time. So I am going to maybe not warn y'all, but I am going to let y'all know that next week, or maybe this weekend, I don't know, I'm going to do a daytime stream and try to get this stuff squared away. It'll probably be impromptu, and I might even schedule one just for like a 30-minute Q&A or something like that, just so I can try to get everything working right on the stream again, because it really aggravated me that I couldn't get it to come up at the right time. Realized my mistake after I posted, but stuck with it. Oh yeah, no, but I kind of thought that's what you were going for, but pretty good setup. I like it. You can see the questions and it gives you a chance to think. That is what I'm going for. I'm trying to kind of make it where people will be interested in going back through the stream and seeing, the questions, instead of having to look for and wait for me to actually say it. So it makes it a little harder on people, but pretty cool setup. Thanks, Jace. I appreciate that. Really like the new format. Yeah, it took me a while to get it, or come up with exactly what I wanted to do, but I'm really glad that you guys like it, because that was my biggest hope. And I just realized, oh my God, that side is not even with this side, and that aggravates the daylights out of me. Yeah, okay, that's something I'm gonna have to fix. Ugh, stuff like that aggravates me. You don't get a chance to think in this game. You have to answer really, really quick. Yeah. Whether it comes up on the screen or if I say it, you do have to kind of think on, what is it, off the top of your head. You got to guess pretty quick. So, whoa, that's kind of weird. I see something on the screen, or on my screen. Wonder if it's showing up like that for you guys. Yeah, do y'all see that like little line? That's kind of weird. I wonder if I go back to, or if I go to round 2, if it's still going to be there. Nope, it disappeared. That was kind of weird. So, oh, and another thing, I think my stream is a little bit quicker. I did some other changes that I think might have improved the latency issues that I was having, because I was having some latency issues where when I was talking or whatever, that the text was coming in like about 20 seconds late, and so it's kind of throwing things off a little bit. But I think that I've even got that part squared away a little bit more, and I think that it's working out a little bit better. Plus, it does seem like that there's less syncing issues. You guys could tell me even better whether y'all are seeing any kind of syncing issues, but for me, it seems like now that I got the stream up, that it seems like it's working pretty dang good. Let's see. Oh yeah, is Nigma here? I haven't seen him tonight. I just want a DeLorean just to park in the garage. Yeah. Oh my God, I would love to have a DeLorean. Maybe I ought to put up a goal and everybody can give money for that. No, I'm joking. No, actually, any money that I make on this stream is going towards the NF Foundation. So this month is NF Awareness Month. So any money that I make is going towards supporting that cause. Let's see. My time on my computer is hit and miss. I'm just glad to catch you while I'm on. Oh, well, I'm glad you're here, man. Welcome to the stream. It's good to have you here. I know you've been in the stream a few times. Nigma is part clairvoyant, so he starts typing the answer before my man is done reading the question. I know, right? If I pop the question up on the screen before I start talking, it kind of puts everybody at a little bit more of an even kill, I think. That or he has the world's best bandwidth. Hey, the guy might be like one of those YouTube gamers who, you know, likes to get on and stream and game, and he has like a really fast computer, really fast internet and all that. You never know. Let's see. Retro, I was bored the other day and was up in my attic and found my dad's old CBS video game. So got the games. Ladybug, Smurfs, Zaxxon. I love Zaxxon. I played that on the computer. Had not had a chance to hook it up, but seen some of it on YouTube. CBS video game. I'd have to check that out on YouTube to see what it looks like. I love Zaxxon. I remember Smurfs a little bit. But I do it at 125x. Yeah, that's one way to get caught up. He has Retro's house bugged. Somebody does. Don't be doxing me, though. I got guns. No, I'm joking. Let's see. He's our Professor X. That's funny. Wonder if he wears one of those helmets. Wonder if he's here laughing in the background. Ricto is Magneto. Ricto's pretty good at this as well. The background reminds me of Mask. I know, isn't it cool? Here's the one with it not moving. That's what it looks like when it's not moving. Right? Very reminiscent to Mask. It just needs to be green instead of being purple. Because the one in Mask was green. Okay. All right, you guys ready for round 2? Because I'm ready for round 2. It's a big console that looks like phones. I don't doubt that I've seen it before. I just don't recall it. All right, guys. So we are going to start with round 2. Let's see. We got 22 people in the chat. For round 2, it's going to be 10 questions. The questions will pop up on the screen. You guys will get about a minute to answer it before I pop up the answer on the screen. In the meantime, I'll look in the chat and try to find out who it was that got it first and, you know, give them a kudo. Or if you're being really, really good and this only happens a couple times in the stream, you might get a gold or a silver star on my wall. So that's for the big boys. So you got to bring your A game. So, or you might get a half a star. There's a couple people that have gotten half a star before, but all right. Let's see. Just need the theme song. Yeah, I might put that on the beginning as well. I don't know. All right. So if you guys are ready for question number 1 in round 2. Let's get going. Question number 1. Who is Cobra Commander's evil nemesis in both the G.I. Joe cartoon and the comic book? Dun, dun, dun. Who is G.I. Joe? I'm sorry. Who is Cobra Commander's evil nemesis in both the G.I. Joe cartoon and the comic books? Let's see how many of you guys can get the answer. Yo, Joe. No. The Undertaker. Man, there are a lot of you guys that remember G.I. Joe, that are into G.I. Joe. Let's see. The first one to guess was Richter with Commander Enigma. That's not right. Ghost Dad. I'm sorry. That was Joey. We got William with Serpentor. Michelle said Solid Snake. Nermi said Sergeant Slaughter. Purple said Serpentor. We're not going to talk any politics. Keith said Serpentor. Joey said The Undertaker. Then we got Serpentor. Let's see what the correct answer is. Are you guys excited for this? All right. So the correct answer for question number 1 is Serpentor. I did not like Serpentor. I was a huge fan of, as much as I have to say it, Cobra Commander, for me, was one of my favorite characters on G.I. Joe. He really, really was. I just loved Cobra Commander. I thought he was quirky and fun and always retreating, but he was always a mainstay to the show. In the comic books, in the the different iterations of the TV show, the 89 one, the 80 whatever 5 or 4 one, I just loved Cobra Commander, and I liked his first version of him before they made the new G.I. or the second G.I. Joe by DIC, where he had like a metal, kind of more of a metal mask that flared out, kind of like Darth Vader, I guess. But I like his the first iteration of him with the 2 masks, the cloth mask and then his battle mask. But I did not really care much for Serpentor. Didn't like him. This I command. I got tired of hearing that. I hated hearing that. It aggravated the crap out of me. Speaking of Serpentor, though, I'm actually doing a video for a friend of mine's channel, Big Retro Show. He has a sort of a gaming and retro channel, and I'm doing a little snippet video for him to explain why Serpentor sucks. So once that comes out, I might link to it on my own channel. But let's see, what kind of questions do we have in here? Okay, so Purple misspelled it. Yeah, I saw you put it in there though. I knew what you meant. Let's see. William got it right though. William got it first. He said Serpentor. Purple said Serpentor. Keith said Serpent. Probably meant Serpentor. Finn and Jace all got it. So I put the first snake related name that I could think of. I knew I was wrong. Okay. So the answer to the first question was Serpentor. All right, moving on to question number 2. Question number 2. Per 1980 census, after English and Spanish, the third most popular language spoken at home in the U.S. is. And this is as of the 1980 census. Per 1980 census, after English and Spanish, the third most popular language spoken at home in the U.S. is. We got some answers coming in. Klingon. I like that one. Good one, Rick, though. That was funny. Oh, someone got the right answer. We've already got one person who got the right answer. All right. So, the answer to question number 2, per 1980 census, after English and Spanish, the third most popular language spoken at home in the U.S. is. Italian. Italian. I don't know why I say Italian so much. Nope, the answer was Italian. And the first one, I believe, to get that one right was Casey. Good job, Casey. All right. So, you guys ready to go on to question number 3 in round 2? All right. So, yippee. Yep. All right. Question number 3. This musical drama was made in 1927, remade in 1953, and in 1980. The key here is being remade 3 times, and it's a musical, and it was finally remade in 1980. And it's a pretty good movie. Let's see, West Side Story, Mary Poppins. Some of you guys are getting some good answers in. A Star is Born, that is a very good one, because I believe it has been remade 3 times. Although the last remake actually came in 2019. The Sound of Music. I know it's been remade twice. I don't know if it's been remade 3 times. Annie's been remade, I think, 3 times. Maybe 4. Michelle said West Side Story, which is also being remade by Steven Spielberg, I believe. And William said West Side Story. But are any of those correct? Yeah, Keith. All right, so we're going to go ahead and give the answer to question number 3. This musical drama was made in 1927, remade in 1953, and 1980. The answer is The Jazz Singer. I don't know if any of you guys remember that movie. Boom. And the music stops. That was the answer. The Jazz Singer. No, what's that? Go watch it. Joey got it, but it was a little late. Nope, would not have gotten that one. Yeah. I did throw a couple hard ones in the trivia. So some of these get actually a little bit harder the further we get into the night. But some of them are still pretty easy. So they're not all that hard. Okay. So. Oh, Casey's seen it. Yeah, not all these are everybody going to know, which is really good because everybody's starting to learn some cool 80s trivia. In about a couple years, we're all going to know so much about 80s trivia that nobody's going to be able to compete with us. This is the fun way to learn. Yeah, it's pretty fun. Okay, question number 4. So you guys ready for it? Number 4 coming up right now. Question number 4. What limited edition 1980 Stephen King novel featured an aluminum-coated asbestos cloth cover? There's some keywords in there that might signal the answer. What limited edition 1980 Stephen King novel featured an aluminum-coated asbestos cloth cover? Hey, I want to ask again, how's the audio? Is it pretty good? Not really my voice, more or less, but the music. I want to make sure the music isn't too loud. So let me know what you guys think about the music, if it's sounding pretty good. Good. All right. Read you Lima Charlie. Audio is solid. Good. Great, guys. Just want to make sure everything stays good. Perfecto. Awesome. Cool. I am thinking about getting one of those blue mics. They're kind of the sit mics, so I don't have to have this thing on. for me, it would be give me a little bit more freedom so I can move around a little bit more. We got some answers on the screen. Let's see who got it right. Ricto said it. Nermiaccio said it. Purple Epic Icon said Firestarter. Finn said The Stand. I like The Stand. That was a fun movie to watch. Or it was a movie series, like a made-for-TV series. Firestarter. They're actually remaking Firestarter, just so you guys are aware. Let's see. Joanna with Firestarter. Didn't know Firestarter was Stephen King. Yeah, it is. All right, so in round 2, what limited edition 1980 Stephen King novel featured an aluminum-coated asbestos cloth cover? And the answer is Firestarter. Makes me think of that song. I wish I could play my music for Firestarter in the background. Firestarter was the first King novel that I finished. Man, Stephen King has some amazing books. I read the, I think it's called The Long Walk or The Long Mile. I can't remember exactly what it is. It's sort of a dystopian future kind of book about a group of boys that they're picked and they have to walk like a really, really long way. And they basically continue to walk until everybody falls out and dies or gets killed. So if you stop or if you go at slower than a certain pace, like snipers come out and kill you or whatever. So if you haven't seen it, it's pretty good. Or I'm not seen it. If you haven't read it, it's pretty good. Prodigy, that's the name of the band. Yeah. Psychosomatic, out of control. Firestarter. All right. Breathe with me. Okay. Question number 4 is in the wraps. Cat's Eye freaked me out when I was a kid, but I was okay with it. Cat's Eye, I haven't seen that one. Is that the one that there's that movie that has like about 5 different stories in it? Wasn't the Cat's Eye story in that? Because I know Stephen King had some involvement with some, I don't know if it was like, it wasn't Outer Limits. Was it Creepshow? It was something like that. But it was, there was this one thing where it was the cat's breath and there was like a baby or something. Christine was the first one I finished, but I'll try that one too. Yeah, The Long Walk. I think that's the name of it. Really, really good book. It was like an anthology. So I read the Dark Tower probably about a year ago. I read all of that, and the Dark Tower series is freaking phenomenal if you can get past the first book. The first book's like reading a regular Western, and you barely get any good involvement with the character. I don't feel like you genuinely have that character development that you need in that series. But starting from book 2, it is amazing. Roland, yes, he is the gunslinger. But yeah, the Dark Tower is really good. Be right back, chat. All right, well, we gotta move on. Okay, so moving on to the next question. Question number 5. Hope you guys are ready for it, because here we go. A defection attempt by crew members of the Soviet frigate Storozhev, I can't even say it, Storozhevoy, inspired this 1984 bestseller. I wrote it and I can't even say it. Storozhevoy. It's got to be Russian. A defection attempt by the crew members of the Soviet frigate Storozhevoy inspired this 1984 bestseller. Let's move that question over a little bit so it's in the center. Finn's answered. Richto's answered. Jace's answered. All of them said the same answer, though. Is that the correct answer? I'm going to go ahead and leave this up for the on the screen. Beetlejuice. No. What's up, Retro Days? Hey, welcome to the stream, man. Glad to have you, man. If you guys don't know about Retro Days, or if you're new to the stream, he has a YouTube channel that is awesome. Be sure to go check it out and subscribe. It's something that I really enjoy. They put out these awesome videos. So if you ever wanted to know what it was like to be in detention in the 80s, you got to go check out their channel. But they do some good stuff over there. Let's see. One with Sean Connery, I think. I can't remember. Red Dawn. Good movie. Hunt for Red October freaked me out as a kid. Hunt for Red October, that one was a thriller. I mean, remember it was like they had to be really, really quiet and not make a sound. Oh, man, I love movies like that. Das Boot is another one that I love. If you haven't seen Das Boot, highly, highly recommend it. Probably one of the best submarine movies ever created. Red Dawn's opening scene was dope. I like the old Red Dawn, not the new one. I know the movie was 9, but it doesn't say how long the book had been out. 90s. Yeah. All right. So, the answer to this question is Hunt for Red October. Great movie. Great movie. So if you haven't seen it, it's a good movie to watch. All right. So, you guys ready for question number 6, I believe. All right, here we go, guys. Question number 6. Oh, actually, it's kind of moved over a little bit. Let me get it back on the screen properly. There we go. On May 18th, 1980, whose height was reduced from 9,677 feet to 8,364 feet? On May 18th, 1980, whose height was reduced from 9,677 feet to 8,364 feet? We got some answers coming in. Let's see. We got Mount Everest. We got Godzilla. Unless his head got cut off. Statue of Liberty. Mount St. Helens. William meant to say Mount St. Helens. Mount St. Helens by Joanna. We got a lot that are saying that. King Kong. I remember it even though I was only 2 at the time. Wow. Dunno, some big hill. Dunno. That was one of my guesses. Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. He got reduced to 0 height. All right. So the answer to question number 6 is Mount St. Helen. I don't like that these things keep getting moved over to the wrong area. A little bit aggravating. All right, so let's see who was the first person to buzz in on that one. Let's see. It looks like William. Looks like William got it. What is that down in the corner? That's weird. My music player was over here in my way. So, Mount St. Helen. Did William get that one? It looks like he was the first to get that one right. And he answered twice. And then Joanna was the second to get it right. And then Purple also got it. Cool. All right, guys. Let's see. What question are we on? Looks like we're on question number 7. Okay. Question number 7. Between 1977 and 1980, he won a state high school championship, an NCAA championship, and an NBA championship. Between 1977 and 1980, he won a state high school championship, an NCAA championship, and an NBA championship. Got some good answers coming in. Magic Johnson, Dr. J, Julius Erving, all great answers. And the answer is Magic Johnson. Needs to be moved over a little bit. My editing skills on my round 2 were not as good. Magic Johnson is the answer. Let's see how many people got that one. Dr. J, Magic Johnson. Oh, Georgie and Retro Days practically tied for that one. The answer is Magic Johnson, and Georgie got that one. Right behind him was Retro Days with Magic Johnson. They're supposed to be making a biographical movie, a biopic, about Magic Johnson. That's what I'm hearing. I'll be interested to see it. Okay. Question number 8. Are you guys ready for it? Question number 8. When this man passed away in December 1980, flags in Kentucky flew at half staff for 4 days. When this man passed away in December 1980, flags in Kentucky flew at half staff for 4 days. It's kind of interesting. Mine just, what is that? Mine just changed as you posted that. We got some answers coming in. Georgie working hard to keep Retro Days skunked. All right, the first answer to come in was Colonel Sanders, and then Finn with Colonel, and William with the Colonel. KFC, man. I love KFC. Their original recipe. Oh, it's awesome. The Chicken Geezer. That's another name for him. That guy's been like portrayed a lot lately by different actors. It's crazy how many different actors have been portraying him. Colonel Harlan Sanders. Oh, somebody wants some extra bonus points up in here. Look at that. Retro Days. Brown nosing, man. Let's get some extra points. I might have to give him a half of a silver star for that one. All right, so the answer to number 8 is Colonel Sanders. Yes, good job, guys. Good job, Retro Days. You did a good job, man. Proud of you. Let's see who got it first, though. I'm going to give it to Rick, though, even though he can't spell Colonel. Neither can Finn. I'm just messing with you guys. Yep, Rick, though, got it. Colonel Sanders. I knew it, too. I just didn't want to show off. When I was a kid, KFC was my favorite food, and now I can't eat it because of a gluten allergy. Welcome to adulthood. Oh, that sucks, man. You could eat it. You just gotta not bread it. So you could, well, not KFC, of course, but you could still probably put some of the seasoning, maybe. I don't know. Maybe there's some seasoning that's kind of like KFC's recipe that you could use, just not breading it. That sucks, though, man. Colonel. All right. Okay. So, question number 9. Are y'all ready for question number 9? Here we go. At his term's end, Ronald Reagan took an office in an LA high-rise. Still a mess from the filming of this 1988 action thriller movie. This is a pretty neat trivia question. At his term's end, Ronald Reagan took an office in an LA high-rise. Still a mess from the filming of this 1988 action thriller movie. Great movie, by the way. We got one answer that came in so far. I'll leave that one up for a little bit just because it's kind of a long question. Let's see. The Shining, Predator, Lethal Weapon, Terminator. There's a couple people that have answered in. No one got it right, though. Just saying. You might want to... Hey, William knows what it is. Can anybody get the guess off of William's answer? It's a good... what's the name of that high-rise building? Nakasone? Something like that? I don't remember the name of it. You wrote it in? Let's see. Let me find it. Did you not see my answer? No, I don't see your answer, Purple. Nakatomi, that's it. I answered it. All right, guys. Let's see who got that one right. At his term's end, Ronald Reagan took an office in an LA high-rise. Still a mess from the filming of this 1988 action thriller movie. The answer is Die Hard. There we go. I didn't see anybody get it. I'm going to go back up to the top and see if I can find if somebody got it. Because I don't see it in the chat. We got Lethal Weapon, which is a pretty good answer. Predator, The Shining, Terminator, Yippee-Ki-Yay, Merver. Beverly Hills Cop, one of my favorite movies. Wall Street, another great movie. 48 Hours. Die Hard. Steve Pelt was the first one that I see that actually wrote it. Me either. I see mine. Wow, that's weird. I didn't see any on my chat. Yeah, that's really odd. Some of them didn't pop up. I don't know, man. Maybe YouTube's doing something weird. There's been some really weird things going on with YouTube lately. Mine was lowercase. I did see Steve come in with the heavy hit where he put a bunch of bangs in with it. This is what I saw from Steve. That's weird. Oh, you know what? Okay. I don't know if this is the case. Yep. I'll bet you money that YouTube blocked it. So there are some words that when people type them, YouTube will block them and not allow them to be used. So try typing Die Hard a couple different ways and it might show up. So I know that I was in some streams before in the past where there's certain words that YouTube automatically flags, and I think that's what happened. So unfortunately, it might have got blocked. Yeah, see, Die Hard writing it like that. Oliver got it. Yeah, I'll bet you money that's what happened, because I know for a fact that YouTube will block certain words that it deems to be inappropriate or potentially inappropriate. So sorry guys on that question. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and I know. No, I didn't see it. Yeah, it's kind of weird. I saw Oliver's because he misspelled it to a degree that it didn't get recognized by YouTube, so they didn't block it. Anyway, all right. Everyone gets a point except for Retro Days. I like that. I like that. That's a good answer. Okay, so moving on to question number 10. All right. Hopefully you guys are ready. Question number 10. This actress won a comedy Grammy in the 1980s, a supporting actress Oscar in the 1990s, and a daytime Emmy in the 2000s. Who is this actress? Die. Yep, you can do that. This actress won a comedy Grammy in the 1980s, a supporting actress Oscar in the 1990s, and a daytime Emmy in the 2000s. Let's see if anybody gets it. Let's see. Richter said Shelley Long. Newfie said Whoopi Goldberg. We got Barbara Streisand, Lily Tomlin. Another one said Whoopi Goldberg. Shelley Long, Whoopi, Newfie, good one. Let's see. Keith said Whoopi. Rosie O'Donnell. Ooh, I think you're thinking along the same lines, but I saw answers before the question was asked. So you need to, Steve, I'll tell you what you got to do. Is you need to go down in the settings right below the stream, and you need to change it to speed up to like 1.25 or 1.75 or 2.0. That way it'll speed up the stream and you'll get caught back up. And that's how you'll get caught back up in the stream. Because if you ever like move your go back in the stream or move forward or whatever, it's like it can never get caught back up. So it kind of sucks, but yeah, that's how streaming is. This actress won a comedy Grammy in the 1980s, a supporting actress Oscar in the 90s, and a daytime Emmy in the 2000s. I think that the daytime Emmy is kind of what gave it away. Hey, what's up, Ty? Welcome to the stream, man. Blue Heron. Susan Lucci. Let's see. 28. Holy cow. There's getting to be a bunch in here. All right. So, question 10. Let's find out what the answer is. Whoopi Goldberg. I know a couple people got that one right. Let's find out who got that one. Whoopi Goldberg. She did a cool stand-up act back in the day. It was on HBO. I don't know if y'all remember that, but it was pretty interesting. I actually enjoyed it. There's been a couple people that have done some pretty good HBO stand-ups back in the 80s and 90s that were really thought-provoking and really, really interesting. Leguizamo, he did one that I really, really loved that brought back a lot of his heritage. And I think that one was done a little bit later, but I'm just remembering Leguizamo did one that I thought was really good. She was in Pee-wee's Playhouse. Pee-wee's another one who did I don't know if it was an HBO special, but he did a special. He used to do stand-up specials before he did Pee-wee's Playhouse. And Pee-wee's a pretty funny guy. Couldn't place the Daytime Emmy. What is it? The Talk? No, not The Talk. Shoot, I can't think of it. The one where they're all around the round table and they're always yelling at each other. I think that's the one. Okay, so round 2 is in the books. We're going to be going into round 3 in just a minute. So hope you guys enjoyed that second round. That was pretty fun. Again, I really do think I like this this new way of of doing the trivia. It's working out pretty cool. And I'm glad you guys are enjoying it and like this this new style. It's kind of different, but I think it's a little bit smoother. Everybody gets the questions at the same time, whether you like to read them or you like to hear them. It's a good opportunity for everybody to kind of have their own way of hearing the questions. First time playing and late to the party. Welcome, Blue Heron, to the party. This is our late night stream party to play some 80s trivia. But welcome to the stream. The View, that's the name of the show. It's called The View. I'm so surprised that thing's still around as septic as it is. I mean, everybody's just bickering and fighting on it. Maybe that's what people enjoy. I don't know. But I don't really enjoy that kind of stuff. I like to talk a lot better. It's a lot more tame, and even though they do a good job of getting their point across, they're not mean and hateful about it. Oh, I cannot wait for the next season of Star Trek to come out. Yes. Whoopi Goldberg on the next season. That's what I've heard. I've heard that she will be in the next season of Picard. Your show better. Sadie Cat TV. Welcome to the stream, Sadie Cat. How you doing? I don't know, but I can't wait to see it. Yes, I can't wait to see it. What happened to rounds 3 and 4? Oh, shoot. I went to the wrong one. Hold on a minute. Let's see. There's round 1 and round 2. What was it? Round 3 was kind of messed up, right? Fix it. Give me a second. Glad somebody caught that, because it was just it was mislabeled. It's there, it's just it was mislabeled. Let's see if it looks okay now. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Okay, guys, so we are back, or gonna go ahead and get started for round 3. Make sure you don't talk spoilers in the comments. Yeah, I want to make sure that people aren't talking about spoilers for the show in the comments, so please don't do that. All right, so round 3. Hope you guys are ready to get started. Yeah, no spoilers. Okay. Hold on just a second. Why does that keep doing that? My music playlist keeps moving over there, and I don't know why. It's kind of weird. Keeps getting in my way. Okay, so question number 1 in round 3. So no winner last time? Yeah, I thought I had mentioned it. Who was it that got it? I believe the first one to answer was Newfie. Let me go back and just make sure. Yeah, Newfie got Whoopi Goldberg. So surprised YouTube didn't block that because she's so divisive. Anyway, okay. Ghost Dad virtual stream coming soon. Oh man, does anyone think Slimer will slime Peter in Afterlife? I don't know. I cannot wait to see Afterlife, man. That's going to be a good one. Okay, question number 1 in round 3. Hope you guys are ready, because here we go. Name this appropriately titled 80s horror film, because the Santa Claus who's coming to town is deadly. Name this appropriately titled 80s horror film, because the Santa Claus who's coming to town is deadly. It is 6 a.m. in Scotland. I need to get ready to go feed the horses, so you all keep safe. Hey, Casey, thank you for coming and hanging out. Had a good time. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Casey. We're all winners. Oh, y'all are answering some good ones. Nobody's got it right yet, though. Nobody got the answer right yet. Black Christmas. That's kind of recent. Jack Frost's Revenge. Garbage Day. Come on, guys. Think deep. Think deep. Although you are thinking deep, because some of these are really old. And I've seen a few of them. I haven't seen all of them, though. I haven't seen Black Christmas, but I think that's a newer one. Hey, what's up, Ty? Welcome to the stream. I think I saw you earlier, though. All right. I don't think anybody got it, so we are going to jump straight into the answer to question number 1 in round 3. And the answer is, you better watch out. I figured that would be kind of a tough one. That's a more of an obscure one. Has anybody seen You Better Watch Out? Does anybody remember that one? Yay? Nay? Man, nobody? Holy cow. Okay. Can't say I have. Never seen it or heard of it. Never heard of it. We'll need to look it up. All right. Okay, nobody got that one. Moving on to question number 2. Is everybody ready? Something new on my list now. Yeah. The successor to the 1983 arcade game Mario Brothers. I'm back, fell asleep again. How many of you guys got this one? This one should have been a really quick one to get. Let's see. A couple people are already answering in. Let's see. Super Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong, Super Mario Brothers, Donkey Kong. A bunch of people said Super Mario Brothers. One said Super Mario Brothers 2. Then Nintendo. Super Ghost Dad Brothers. Donkey Kong Jr. All right. So the successor to the 1983 arcade game Mario Brothers. Y'all ready for it? Super Mario Brothers. Yeah. Oh, hey. Are you taking off? Yes, successor is what comes after. Like if you are the successor to the throne, then you are the heir. You are the next person in succession. It's 1 a.m. I thought successor meant before. Okay, that's why. All right. So, Super Mario Brothers is the answer. All right. Question number 3, if you guys are ready for it. For the fans of TV's Dallas, it's the question on the lips of all over the world during the summer of 1980. For the fans of TV's Dallas, it's the question on lips all over the world during the summer of 1980.
2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Let's see who is going to get this one.
2, 1, 2.
Whoa, it seems like a lot of people are in tune with their inner child of pop culture for this one. Finn said, who shot JR? Joanna, who shot JR? Who killed JR? And the answer is... Who shot JR? I remember watching that as a kid. It was probably one of my my parents' favorite shows when we were a kid, and I really liked it. It's just one of those shows that I was really enjoying, and I'm surprised because it had some adult themes to it, but my parents let me and my sister stay up and watch it, which for us that was pretty cool to get to watch that. I kind of liked it. Let's see who got it first. Finn. It looks like Finn won that one. Steve said ColecoVision. Everybody else said who shot JR. I was a Dallas fan. Not really into Dynasty or Falcon's Crest. Dallas is probably the one show that I really enjoyed. Pretty much above all the other ones. How old are you, bro? Who shot Mr. Burns? 45. I'm 45. Never watched, but remember the advertisements for it. 2, 1, 2, 3. The Long Dream by Bobby Ewing. My mom loved Bobby Ewing. She had a crush on him. Yeah, me and Days are almost the same age. We kind of have the same memory of growing up. That's why we relate well. I mean, I only look 25, I get it, but hey, I'm really 45, so. Me, 42. I'm 42, and I remember it. Although in my mind, I think I'm like definitely in my 20s. My brain, I'm like... So it turns out that You Better Watch Out was also known as Christmas Evil from 1980. The trailer is pretty hilarious, actually. I do remember both. I did not know they were the same movie because I watched one and not the other. You're the same age as my dad, bro. People in their 40s rule. Generation X, baby. DX. X, whatever you want to call it. It's all the same. What is this current generation called? Like the ones that are like around 12 to 14. Are they like Generation Alpha? I don't know what theirs is. It's kind of weird. Like we got the X, Y, and Z, the millennials. Still like the Undertaker more than DX. Ah yes, I remember Christmas Evil. Generation TikTok. Any other millennials here? The millennials are extremely close to the Generation X. Maybe not in like what they believe in, but the ages are pretty close to each other. What is our 70s? The boomers. The 70s generation was the boomers. So the current generation, like the 14, like 8 to 14 or whatever. I'm wondering. I don't know where that one cuts off, but wonder what this youngest generation is. Younger than people in their 50s and smarter than people in their 30s. That's right. I like your answer, Days. I have no clue what gens are what, to be honest. It's kind of hard. It's kind of blurred. And to be very honest about it, different people have different opinions on what constitutes Gen X and why. Or Gen X and millennials. There's a real big, discussion that goes on about that. Like, where does the Gen Xers start and stop, and where does the millennials start and stop? What's up, Ty? How's it going, man? Generation IY. I can kind of see that. 64 was the end of the boomer generation. I was born in 85. Michelle, you're on the cusp of being millennial, right? My wife is considered the first year of millennials. What year is that, Days? 81. 81 to 96 is Generation Y. So I've actually heard different opinions on that, and I don't really conform to any specific one. I just kind of like whatever your mentality is, I make a determination on that. If you're about 36 and depending on your goals in life, I can kind of tell you if you're a Y or not, or a millennial. Was established in 75, born in 73. I was born in 81. Yeah, you don't exactly have to ask somebody's age to find out whether they're a boomer, a Gen Xer, or a millennial. You can kind of, and I'm not saying this is for everybody, but you can kind of tell. It's funny. I'm an immature, almost 35-year-old, but know when to take things seriously. See? You might be a millennial, but you're like, got the mind of an Xer. Maybe. Yeah, lots of good years represented here. Yeah, there's a lot of different age ranges here. It's kind of cool. We don't have a whole bunch of just one, group of people. Which the interesting thing about my channel is I have people that are in the mid-20s all the way up to the average is high 40s. So 20s to 40s are the average people that watch my channel. '89 and 91 millennials, right? Very, very young. I'm 51 but feel 25. I'm not too much younger than you, and I feel 25 sometimes. Except yesterday when I was trying to put up a ceiling fan, and now my body aches like crazy. That ceiling fan was not that easy to do. Because it's 25 feet in the air. No, it's about 20 feet. If you could go back in time, what year? 84? Right off the bat, 1984. Not as a baby in 84. I want to be about 10 years old in 84. Maybe even 8. 8 to 10 in 1984. Dude, that is the year. Go look it up, man. All the great toys, all the great movies, all the greatness comes from that time. So if you can start at 83 to 85, dump my butt anywhere in between there, and I will be a happy camper. If you dump me in 85, I'll go get the freaking USS Flag. If you dump me in 84, I'll watch every Transformers and G.I. Joe movie and get all the toys and then save them, so when I get old, I'll be able to sell them for millions. But yeah, 84 is the greatest year, or greatest year of the 80s decade, by far. Definitely. Too many movies, too many good times, too many great things happened in 1984 and 85, to be honest. But 84 was a very good representation of the 80s. It was a perfect like leveling of the fads, the pop culture, the genre, just the whole, feel. It was an amazing time. 84, yeah, go look it up. 84 was awesome. Someone who was it that said it early too? Retro Days. Yeah, see? Retro Days knows, man. He knows what the greatest year of the 80s decade was. He knows. That's it, man. Ricto, I pretty much laid it out, man. 84 was the greatest. And Days, man, what do you think? Are you of the same opinion? What is your reasoning for saying that 1984 is the greatest year? Because you're only a year older than me, so you have to have some of the same thought pattern that I have, I guess. You could probably spout off a lot more than me. My memory's shot, so. Revenge of the Nerds was 84. I don't remember. No, I thought that was it 84? I don't remember. I feel like 84 was 3 years in one. In a way, I kind of do too. I feel like 83 to 85 were some of the greatest time of my life. Was Hulkamania born in 84? Just before Return of the Jedi. I mean, guys, it's awesome. It's awesome. Loved it. Yep. Heading out early, been up since 8 a.m. Oh my gosh, Michelle. You can get some sleep. Right after we finish round 10, I'm going to need you to hang out for another 7 rounds. So I know you can do it. I know you got it in you. You can do this. I'm kidding. This is probably going to be our last round anyway. Actually, what number are we on? We need to head back in. So we're on round 3. The last one was Who Shot JR? Alright, so my most nostalgic memory, the D&D cartoon, was 83 to 85. There you go, man. Hulkamania started running wild in 84. I just love the way that sounds. I love Hulkamania. One of my favorite things. Alright, so let's kill that one off. We're going to move on to question number 4. I hope you guys are ready, because here we go. Gator, Pal Peralta, Hosoi. These are all what type of sporting equipment? Yes, I love that quote. I love it, brother. I love it, brother. Gator, Pal Peralta, and Hosoi. These are all what type of sporting equipment? Retromania, running wild since 2016. Yes. God, I can't believe I've been on for over 3 years now. Or is it 3 years? I think it was 2017. Okay, we got some answers coming in. All right, here we go. Let's see what answers we got. Truck bed liners. Nope. Baseball. Racquetball. Boating. Baseball. Skateboards. Blue heron. Good job. You got it. I think you said you were born in the 80s. No, you were born in, damn it, 81? I can't remember. When are you breaking out the alter ego? The alter ego is going to be coming out in the next couple weeks. So don't want to disappoint anybody, but I've got some plans for the alter ego. Those of you guys that missed out, there's an alter ego that's going to be coming on the channel. He's been in the works for a couple years, actually. And I meant to make some videos about him, but I just never got around to it. And I'm trying to think of the best way to introduce him. But we'll get there. Let's see. So, the answer to question number 4 in round 3. Let's see. So... Sorry, I got to move it over. For some reason, the question moved out of the way. The answer is skateboards. Ah, there you go. Who do you know? Who do you know? Ah, you remember Gleaming the Cube. Dogtown, man. Yes. Hold on a second. I don't think I've ever showed you guys my board. I actually got a couple boards, but I don't know if any of you guys are skating fans. Island Kids didn't skate. Hold on a second. I want to show you all my board real quick. So this first board is a Pal Peralta board. Saez. I don't even know how you say his name. Is it Steve Saez? I think it's Steve Saez. But this is one that I skated as a kid. But it's probably been, oh hell, I don't know, like 20 years since I skated this board. Didn't have it very long. I actually got it from a friend and it was all tore up. But this is a authentic, I think it's 89, Steve Saez. And this is like, you know, what the boards look like back then. So it's kind of cool. But this one's authentic. It's from the 80s. It's still got the perfect grip tape. It's in great shape. My current board that I skate, this is my current board. This is a Santa Cruz. Is it upside down? Yeah, it's upside down. This is a Santa Cruz. If you can see it. Got my slime ball wheels. It's independent trucks, slime ball wheels. It's a Santa Cruz board. It's a concave. It's a beautiful board, man. It's beautiful. That's actually purple underneath the laminate or the grip tape, but you can't really tell. But it's actually got purple grip tape, and there's some purple underneath there. So, anyway, yeah, I like skateboarding. So I'm actually getting ready to build a half pipe at my house. I'm actually going to video it as well. Show us a trick. I don't have no shoes on. I'm not going to scuff up my legs. So anyway, that leads into it being a skateboard. And who got the answer right? Blue Heron, it looks like, was the one who answered that one. So, what I look like? Casey Jones? I know I'm wrong, but still fun. Okay, I didn't get that first one. Oh, 84, okay. Oh, I didn't mean just you, but all the reboots and revivals. Yeah, 2016 seems to have a lot of that stuff that started up. Gleaming the Cube. There's a couple of pretty cool skater movies. Nice retro. Show us a trick. Cool board. Nice. All right. Okay, guys. So let's move on to the next question. I went off on a tangent, man. Anyway, yeah, so I'm building a half pipe in my backyard. The layout's going to be about 30 by probably like 18. The actual board distance is going to be, I think, 28 by 16. And it's going to be a 6-footer, and it's going to have almost, not quite the vert, but it's going to be 6 foot tall. Vision Quest. I remember Vision Quest. All right, so let's see. Question number 5. You guys ready for it? Name the robot in the movie Short Circuit. There we go. We got some answers coming in. One, two, three, four. Man, a lot of people. All right. So, name the robot in the movie Short Circuit. You guys ready for the answer? What is that? What famous skateboarder was in Police Academy? Which, you mean Police Academy 4? All right, so actually I gotta move that over. Ugh, aggravating when they aren't aligned right. Okay, the answer to question number 5. Johnny number 5. Number 5 is what he was he actually originally called himself, and then Johnny was added on. So if you put Johnny or number 5, you got it right. Let's see. What famous skater was in Police Academy? Is that what you were asking, Nermi? I know there was some skaters in Police Academy 4, but like Tony Hawk was in that. Lance Mountain, he had a badass skateboard. He was in it. I don't remember who else, but actually a friend of mine knows Mike McGill, and I think Mike McGill was in it as well. A friend of mine actually knows Mike McGill, which is kind of cool. He told me a story about him in California, and I think it was Mike McGill that he was telling me, or it might have been Lance Mountain. But anyway, yeah, sorry, got on a tangent. Let's see, Johnny number 5. Let's see who got that one. Looks like Ricto got that one. Johnny number 5. Very good. Very, very good. All right. So, let's see. Boom. All right. So, question number 6. Good on you. I am 47 and I can't imagine doing a half pipe. Hey, you know what? No better time than the present, right? If you never got on one or you never got to experience it, hey, why not? You don't have to start up at the 6 foot. You just kind of coast in and out till you kind of learn to go higher and higher and higher. And then you finally break your neck trying to go down the vert on a 6 foot pipe. And try not to lean back. You got to lean into it. So, and that I can only say I remember from my younger years, because I haven't skated a half pipe in 20 something years, and I never owned one. I had a friend who I went and rode his. Johnny 5 is alive and he is pissed. Joanna, my favorite line from Short Circuit was, Las Locos kick your butt, Las Locos kick your face, Las Locos kick your balls into outer space. Just saying. What other person played a skateboarder in Police Academy? What other person played a skateboarder in Police Academy? Tony Hawk was in Gleaming the Cube. Yes. Tony Hawk, Hosoi, Ross, I can never think of that guy's name. Roskowski or something like that. He's the one guy I can't ever freaking remember his name. Yeah, but Tony Hawk was in there. Lance Mountain was also in Gleaming the Cube as a professional skater. Anyway. The host with the most short circuit quotes. I love short circuit. Short circuit's an awesome one. No disassemble. No disassemble, Johnny 5. Okay. All right. Good times. Good times. All right. So Johnny 5. We had already, I think we had figured out that Ricto got that one first. Yeah, number 5. Okay, cool. All right. So let's go to the next one. It's not aligned. I want to align it. Okay. So number 6, question number 6, if you guys are ready. Suffering from a little overexposure, Vanessa Williams resigned this title in July of 1984. Suffering from a little overexposure, Vanessa Williams resigned this title in July of 1984. Let's see who got it right. Oh, someone hears DeBarge in the background. Favorite line from Johnny 5 is, he is alive, he is pissed. Just trying to get caught up, guys. Nermy, Police Academy 1? Yeah, man, I don't know. Because I know Police Academy 4 had a bunch of skateboarders in it. So... David Spade, Tony Hawk, those were in the sequel. All right, we got a lot of answers coming in. Luke, hey, I'm glad you joined us, man. That was from Short Circuit 2. Yeah. Miss America. Miss America. Man, everybody said Miss America. Wow. Does anybody remember that? I mean, nowadays, you could actually get away with that as Miss America. But Miss America actually meant something back in the day. Now, much less so. Yeah, Los Locos' statement was from Short Circuit 2. Yes, I know. It's just one of the lines I remembered. What about No Disassemble? Stephanie! Yes, she was in Penthouse magazine. All right, guys, let's see. What round are we on? We're on round 3, and that's as far as we're going to be going with the questions tonight. But I'll stay on for a little bit longer so we can hang out a little bit. But I just wanted to give everybody fair warning. So, suffering from a little overexposure, Vanessa Williams resigned this title in July of 1984. Oops. Miss America. Sorry. The answer is Miss America. Nice software. Steve, you have to do it before every question. All right, so there's a trick or a hint that Ricto just gave you. Make sure that after the question is announced and the answers come out, that you make sure you catch up your stream again. Famous movie quotes. Oh, it's something on my list. Famous movie quotes is definitely something that I want to do. I just it's not one that I have in the queue for the next couple weeks. But yeah, movie quotes is a big one that I'm already gathering a list of really good movie quotes that I can use. Short Circuit was filmed in Astoria. Dude, I would love to visit Astoria. There's a ton of movies that have been filmed in Astoria. I want to go visit the Goonies house and go visit all the different places around there. Okay, so Miss America. Need to find out who got that one first. Richter. Good job, man. Okay, so question number 7. You guys ready for it? Get caught up on the stream real quick. Yeah, Goonies. I've seen it, as well as the Kindergarten Cop School. Oh, cool. All right, guys. Let's go ahead and pull up the next question. Question number 7. What high school do Zach and Slater go to? Hey, welcome, Nigma. Thanks for joining, dude. Some of the guys were missing you, man. They were asking about you. They're like, what happened to Enigma? Did he die? Was he in a car wreck? Was he in a crash? Did he get the COVID? Did he, run off and leave behind all his possessions and go to Vegas? I don't know. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to reset it after every question. You don't have to. I mean, especially if you're just having fun. Some people are real competitive on here, and they really like to try to answer it in real quick. Glad to have you back, though, man. I passed out around 9:30 when the stream messed up. Yeah. Don't remind me, man. I still don't know what the problem was. I think it was my keys. I was putting in my keys and it wasn't rejecting them, but the stream wasn't activating. So I don't know what it was. I ended up closing everything down, bringing it back up, and hopefully I got everything, working all right. So I don't know. Let's see. Bayside High. Let's see. So round 3, question number 7. What high school do Zach and Slater go to? Yeah, the Ghost Dad curse. I think he is pissed at me for making a emoji of him on my Discord. If you guys are not on my Discord or you've never been on my Discord, I would love to have you join it. Let me get the link to it real quick for those that might want to join my Discord. And I will link to that in the chat, just in case you might like that kind of stuff. I do not know. That's the link to my Discord channel where, you can hang out and chat. Nigma was on strike. Good morning, Miss Bliss. Princess Bride is on Disney Plus. It's a major distraction here. I love that movie. Princess Bride. Don't you mean Ghost Dad High? I forgot. Is that an app or a website? I believe that you can get to it through both the app and the website. I don't think you have to have the software installed, but you do still have to sign up for it. But I think you can chat through a web page. Have fun storming the castle. Oh man, loved him in that. So Billy Crystal, I listened to an audiobook about him. That guy's one really, really funny man. What high school do Zach and Slater go to? And I know you guys are going to get this one right. Because, you know, this is a favorite of a lot of people. So the answer is Bayside High. And if you don't know what Bayside High is, you need to check out Saved by the Bell. Really great show. It's being it's not being rebooted. It's being revived. There's a revival coming up, and I've already seen the first trailer for it, and it looks really, really cool. He does a bit imitating Muhammad Ali. Yeah, he was actually at I think it was an award show, and they were presenting to Muhammad Ali, and Muhammad Ali asked for Billy Crystal to be his presenter. Muhammad Ali loves Billy Crystal. Yeah, Billy Crystal's awesome. A lot of the younger generations don't really know who the guy is, though. But let's see. All right, so Bayside High was the answer. Let's see who got that one right. First to ring in was Nigma. Good job, Nigma. Looks like, I think it was Nigma. Yeah. And then Georgie, and then Finn, and then Ricto, and then William. All right, so that is it for question number 7. Question number 8. He wrote the kids' book Matilda in 1988. He wrote the kids' book Matilda in 1988. Also became a movie. I need you to help me kill Mama. Throw Mama from the train. I just read an article about the lady that was in that. She died pretty soon after that movie. Danny DeVito. What is Billy Crystal for 200? Who wrote the kids' book Matilda in 1988? Oh yeah, Analyze This and Analyze That. Those are good movies. Let's see. Are you guys ready for the answer? Because we got a couple people that already got it right. You look marvelous. All right. So, the answer is Roald Dahl. Roald Dahl. I'm not sure exactly how to say his name. That guy's wrote a lot of really good books over the years. He's a fantastic writer. BFG, I think it's called. Hold on. Big Friendly Giant. I think that's what it stands for. And some others. But Matilda was one of his really popular ones. Let's see who got that one first. Nigma. Good job, man. Georgie in second. Ricto. Nope. Sorry, man. It's not Billy Crystal. Finn. All right. She was in Goonies, man. Oh, tell you what. They should revive You Can't Do That on Television. Yeah, the old one. The old, like, style one. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. If you ever saw Fairy Tale Theater, Billy Crystal played the smart pig on Three Little Pigs. Huh. Didn't he do Ready Player One? No, that was Steven Spielberg. With Alanis Morissette. Bring Back Moose. Yes, Alanis. Yeah, I forgot she was on You Can't Do That on Television. Billy Crystal on Soap was so good. Yeah, he was the gay character, right? So a lot of people thought that that was going to kill his career, him being on that show. Yeah, Ernie Klein, man. The guy lives about 100 miles from me. I've actually talked to him on email a couple times. I would love to get to go do a preview of Ready Player 2 when it comes out. I'm still trying to see if I can get that worked out, but the guy is kind of elusive. But Ready Player 1 has got to be one of my favorite books of all time. I just love it. It is chock full of awesome pop culture references, and if you like that kind of stuff and you have not read Ready Player One, oh my gosh, you are missing out. He also wrote another book called Armada. Armada is actually a pretty good book too. If you remember the last Starfighter, it's kind of a cross between that and crap, I can't think of it. There's another movie that's a cross between. I can't think of it. It's about a little boy that goes into space and wins a war against some aliens. Can't think of the name of it though. Check out the documentary on Netflix called Game Over. Ender, yeah. That's it, Ender's Game. My favorite skit was The Nasty Chef. The book is better, but the movie was a good adaptation. Yeah, I agree. I thought the movie was actually pretty good. The book, which I read way before the movie came out, made me really worried that they were going to really mess up on the movie. But I mean, Steven Spielberg, come on, you knew he was going to try to do it right. And in the book Ready Player One, there are tons of pop culture references that you couldn't pay for all the copyright stuff that you would need to buy to make it exactly like the book. But I think Spielberg did a phenomenal job and sure as hell tried pretty hard. And there's hundreds of pop culture references in it. But yeah, Roald Dahl for answer number 8 with question number 8. Let's move on to question number 9. Hopefully you guys are ready for it, because here it comes. 1980 film in which Dan Aykroyd and John Belushi were on a mission from God. We're on a mission from God. Holy cow, man. My stream is definitely a lot closer caught up than it used to be. Used to be whenever I would ask a question, it took about 20 seconds for it to show up in the chat, but this sucker's working nicely now. I think the question popped up like about 3 or 4 seconds later. George Padilla, Blues Brothers. Purple Epic Icon, Blues Brothers. Nigma, Blues Brothers. Man, everybody's ringing in Blues Brothers. Y'all do know that Ghost Dad was in Blues Brothers, right? You could have said Ghost Dad. Let's see. So the answer, boom, 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 was the Blues Brothers. Good job, guys. Just about everybody got that one. First one to ring in was Georgie. Good job, Georgie. Good job, man. I like the Blues Brothers. It's a pretty good movie. The fact that I think it's Jim Belushi. Is it Jim or John? One of those. I think it's Jim. But you know, losing him, that was kind of rough. Just because he was so successful and he was still kind of young and he had some really, really funny movies. What was it? 1940, was it 1942? And Animal House. Yeah, man, that guy, he had some really great movies. Kind of miss losing those kind of. John Belushi. Okay. I always get John and Jim mixed up. He was great on Saturday Night Live, too. Don't do drugs, kiddos. You ain't no joke. Man, the thing about him, I also listened to an audiobook about Robin Williams, which is phenomenal, by the way. If you're into audiobooks and listening to biographies about famous people, Robin Williams, and it's called Robin. And it is probably one of my favorite of all time biography books that I've ever read, and it's phenomenal. And he talks about John Belushi in that book, and he's not the only one. Steve Martin also talks about Jim Belushi. It's funny how all these SNL guys talk about him, and they talk about the drug stuff that was going on at the time too. James is still with us. Yep. Hey Retro, I've been ready to go out, help around. Since there's no school, I don't mind, but now everyone's eating pancakes and keep me waiting. Dad's just pissed because he's not had a chance to join in. Let me get to the last question before you go, man. So, the last question of the night, and this one's for Casey since he's been sticking around for so long. Let me make sure that it's aligned up. And here we go. What is the name of Barbie's mansion? What is the name of Barbie's mansion? Laughter. You can't OD and the refills are free. Do y'all remember what it looked like? My sister had it, and I helped put it together. Me and my dad, for my sister. I wasn't into Barbies, even though my dang grandmother did buy me that horse. We were at my grandmother's house one time, and my grandmother bought both me and my sister the Barbie horse. So I had a freaking Barbie horse, and I didn't have any other toys at my grandmother's house to play with. So what did I do? I played with the Barbie horse. That's tragic. That is tragic. It's horrible. What is the name of Barbie's mansion? All right, guys. The answer coming up right now. Barbie's dream house. We won't tell. Thank you, guys. Please do not tell the world about me having to play with the Barbie horse in the 80s whenever it came out. I wish I knew the name of that Barbie horse. Mine had blonde hair. It was a horse that had actual, like, you know, Barbie hair. And yeah, anyway, I'm moving on. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. It's like a bad acid trip. No horror stories this close to bedtime. Yeah, man. It was horrible. Yep. It was 3 stories. Yeah, it was huge. Should have painted it black, said it was a black stallion. So, I just found out about this. I did not know. But there is actually a Barbie dream house that you can rent for, I think, like $60 a night. I think it's in California. Not that any of you give a crap about that, but I'm going to tell y'all that anyway. So, answer number 10, Barbie's dream house. Let's see who got that one first. Georgie. Good job, man. Georgie pulling out a win. Barbie's dream house. He got it. Ben came up in second. William, Chris, Ricto, Purple. Let's see. Who else? Nermi. And then everybody else doesn't get a mention. That was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you had a good time. So anything else going on with you guys besides me talking about like skateboards and, you know, some of my favorite things that I love? This has got to be like the awesomeness, right? So this is brand new, never been skated. Authentic from the 80s. The only thing that had been added to it, which I can't say, you know, for sure, was if the grip tape was added later. But it was in wrap packaging that was pretty old and golden. So the wrap packaging was pretty old. So, and there's certain things that you can tell about the old 80s. They had these rounded corners right here rather than the straight across or whatever. But although Pal Peralta was pretty good about doing that. But yep, it's an authentic 80s board. I believe it's from 89. Anyway. Yeah, the government's loosened their grip just a little bit. Hey, Purple, at least you made it to the end, man. I did 3 rounds in approximately, well, hell, 3.5 hours. Well, no, I'm sorry. It's almost 1 o'clock. So, that's like, what, 3 hours for 3 rounds? Kind of took a little long, but I'm long-winded. I like having fun with you guys. I like talking about stuff. And you guys are real fun to talk to. So, for everyone, if you want to tell where you are in the world, yeah, I'd like to hear. Let's hear where everybody's at. I'm in Tejas, aka God's country. You don't ride it, do you? Do you ride that deck? Or is it like hung up? Purple's in Missouri. I mean, Missouri. You are my density. I mean, my destiny. South Texas. Awesome. That's where I am. I'm in South Texas. I'm not in deep South Texas. I'm just in middle lower South Texas, San Antonio. DFW. Wow, we got a lot of Texas people in here. That's really cool. Washington State. I would love to go visit Washington. There's a lot of cool filming areas in Washington as well, but I would really, really love to go visit Washington. Weird pixels on screen. Yeah, that's odd. I don't know why that's doing that. I'm going to switch over to my chat box and see if that fixes it. I'm 4 hours away from San Antonio. Oh, you're down in the valley, aren't you? I'm really going this time. Night, everyone. Hey, Purple, man. Thank you for coming on the stream. Had a good time with you. It was really cool. I really love having Casey in here being from Scotland. I think that is really, really cool. Hey, Casey, tell me how cold it is. I want to know how cold it is in Scotland right now. I would love to know what it's like out there. I mean, it seems like such a beautiful country. McAllen. Okay. Yeah. I was just in McAllen. Well, not exactly McAllen. I was in Westlaco probably about 6 months ago. Just for a week. But yeah, I was right around the corner from you. Oh, see you later, Desiree. Sorry I missed that. Try not to leave anybody out on the stream. I try to, what did you think of Pixels? I like Pixels. Pixels was a fun movie. That's a good movie. That's one of those movies that I could watch, pretty much over and over. I can't think of the guy's name. The guy who played Tyrion. The little person. Yeah. No kidding, right, Niffy? Yeah, Pixels was a fun movie. I mean, you can't take yourself seriously on watching a movie like that. There's going to be people that are going to dog on it. But, yeah, Peter Dinklage. That guy, man, I love him in the stuff that he's in. He's a cool dude. I loved him in Elf. Call me off again, my friend. I love that movie. Have you ever met any comic book creators? Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. I can't name all of them, but yeah, I've met a lot of comic book creators. George Romero. I mean, not George. Why am I saying George? I can't think of his name. Romero. He has a Romero Jr. There's like a couple of Romeros. Anyway, I met one of them guys. That was really cool. I met Stan Lee, Angel Medina, Romita. That's what I meant. John Romita. I met John Romita Jr. Jim Lee. I met Jim Lee. Frank Miller. I didn't care for Frank Miller so much, and I didn't like the fact that when he was doing his signings, the way he was about it, he just wasn't very friendly to the people. So, yeah, I'm a huge comic book collector. I know y'all know that, but I don't pay as much attention to who the artists are or who the colorists are or who the writers are as much as I like to read them. I have friends that are comic book fans. And they know like everything about all the different books. Like if I say, who wrote the arc with the first Black Suit Spider-Man, and people will be like, oh, they'll be like, oh, this guy colored it, this guy wrote it, this guy, did the story art and all that. I mean, but me, I care more about reading them than I do about keeping up with that. Although there are some artists that I really, really do enjoy following, but that's like watching a movie and not knowing the director. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to know the director. I think that's all cool, but I can appreciate art without necessarily knowing who the creators are. There's some creators that I definitely like to follow. I love Frank Miller's work. Stan Lee was kind of fun with his stuff back in the day, although he's more of a writer than he is an artist. And I think that probably Jim Lee is probably one of the the greatest. But there's plenty of really good ones out there. Eastman's great. I like Eastman's work. I like Kirkman's work. I have all of the Walking Dead series, the entire series. I take it back. I'm sorry. I don't have 31 to 1. I don't have 1 to 31, although I have read them. I don't have those actual books, but I have 32 all the way up to the last book. No spoilers, because some of you are watching The Walking Dead. Greetings, true believers. Yes. Do you remember the Stan Lee, that Stan Lee TV show? This, I don't remember the name of it, but he had one where they're trying to find superheroes. That was a great show. I think they did 2 seasons of it. Did get them. Okay. I really liked Archie comics as a kid. Enjoyed them a lot. Who Wants to Be a Superhero? That's it. William, that was a great show, wasn't it? That show was so fun. A lot of people took it too damn seriously, which aggravated me. But a a long time ago. This is like after the first season. Me and my family were actually at a mall, and they were doing casting for the second season. And there was like 50 people dressed in superhero costumes, and I think we actually got like a little mini cape. They were giving out like a couple things, but there was people that were there that were auditioning for that show. Love Archie comics. Yeah, Archie comics are great. I really liked them as a kid. For me, Archie comics and the Garfield books, those were like two of my absolute favorites. I have a pretty big collection of Garfield books. One day I'll probably pull them out. I don't have the whole collection, but I have the first 35, 40 books, I guess. So I have a pretty good sized collection. Those books have gotten to be really, really expensive. The same with Mad. I have most of the original collection of Mad magazines. I'm still a huge Mad magazine collector to this day. I don't have any superhero costumes, but I do cosplay as the Riddler. Oh, that's cool. I used to read the Christian Archie comics. I don't know about that one. Rob Liefeld. Yeah, the famous 80s artist that got kind of like hammered. Created Deadpool. Rob Liefeld, I liked his art. I thought it was a little too, I don't know what the word is. It's a unique style. Oh, yeah, okay. Dude, really? All because of the Riddler? You must love the Batman games then. That first Batman game, I think there's I don't know, there's a ton of Riddler stuff in it. Archie meets Batman 66. No, I haven't read it. I vaguely remember seeing it at the comic store. They seem to be doing a lot of crossovers with Batman. Not just them, I mean, but there's other ones. Oh, Betty and Veronica meet Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. I have no interest in that. Yes, Arkham Asylum. That game is awesome. I think that's the one that had the Joker in it. It might be the second game, but I thought it... No, actually... Yes, it's the second game. Is it Arkham Origins? What's the second Batman game of that series? Because I think that's the one that had the Joker in it. It's actually kind of hot and mild. Wow. Arkham City. Okay. I've played up through Arkham Origins, and I kind of... All the games are like the same, pretty much. It's just the world opens up for the second and third games. And, you know, continuing on. There's too many dang crossovers, man. Like, relevant crossovers, I'm cool with that. Crossovers that make sense. But those crazy ones, I mean, they're fun, I guess. But I don't usually pick those books up. Unless it's G.I. Joe and Transformers. Love me some G.I. Joe and Transformer comic books. Haven't played Arkham Origins or Arkham Knight yet. Dude, Arkham Origins, man, there's one scene in there that took me an extremely long time to get past. It was Death, or shoot, I can't think of his name. The guy who has the staff, I don't know. Can't think of his name. He has a mask that's like two colors. Deathstroke, that's it. Thanks, William. See, I can't remember these things. Some of the best Batman games, yeah, those games were really, really good. What about Transformers Ghostbusters? I saw that one at the comic book store. Have not picked it up. Ghost Dad of Cybertron. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles meet the Archies. Yeah, I haven't played any games in a pretty good while. I used to be really, really huge into that, but I haven't done it in a pretty long time, actually. It's very time consuming, and so is being a YouTuber. YouTube takes up a lot of your time, and it's really hard to, balance the two. Those YouTubers out there that are balancing it, they've either already made it big, or they have other people that are doing their editing and a lot of that stuff, because you can't make a hobby of being a gamer and also being a YouTuber. YouTube takes way too much time to do. I don't know if any of you guys have any aspirations to do YouTube, but it's a lot of work. You do learn some really cool things, but it is definitely a lot of work. I have not seen Transformers Heart of Steel. No. I have not heard of it either. Do you guys rewatch Saturday morning cartoons? I have lists of cartoons that I watch, but I'm not really watching anything like specifically to be watching for Saturday morning cartoons. But I am going through the G.I. Joe series right now. The Real American Hero. I'm currently going through that. I'm in season 2, episode 2. Rise of Serpentor, or Rise Serpentor Rise. Were you in a band as a kid? No. I don't know how to play any instruments. Should ABC, CBS, and NBC, etc. bring back Saturday morning cartoons? Hell yeah, I wish they would. I would love to have Saturday morning cartoons come back. Saturday morning cartoons were great. And not only were they great, they were important. And it's aggravating that, that stuff is gone. We don't have that stuff anymore. If you want to watch it, you got to go find a stream that has it, or, I'm watching Ghostbusters and Ninja Turtles. Almost done. That's cool. Newfie, are you kind of going back and forth with them so you don't get bored of one or the other? Because that's a pretty good way of doing it. Did I ever wipe out really bad on my BMX as a kid? I don't have any scars. I think the worst pain and the worst wipeout that I ever had was, and it wasn't even a high ramp, man. It was maybe a 1.5 to 2 foot high ramp, which I guess is kind of high. But I was jumping it, and when I came down on the dirt, I didn't necessarily crash. My feet came off of my pedals, and I racked myself extremely bad. Then I ended up running into a tree. And yeah, so I crashed really, really bad. It hurt. I mean, you're giving me bad flashbacks thinking about it. It hurt really, really bad. Filmation and ABC. Yeah, man, I don't want to jump any ramps anytime soon. 87 Mutant Turtles and Real Ghostbusters, or did they make a movie for that crossover? I like the one with the Joker's a ghost. Hold on. With the Joker's a ghost. I can't remember. I'm gonna try YouTube retro. Just waiting on getting set up. Suppose my dad will help, and it will be retro kind of paranormal music thing. I have not decided. Very interesting. A retro paranormal music. I don't even know where to start with knowing what that sounds like, but it sounds kind of cool. Yeah, you're welcome. That was a everlasting memory that I wish I could forget. But you're not the first to make me think of it. I think of that thought every once in a while. So it was very painful. Extremely, extremely painful. Still had the weekly stuff to hold us over until Saturday. Yeah, I like the weekly cartoons that came on after school. What is up, Preach the Poet? Brought me back some good times. What's up, Lenny? Welcome to the stream. Lenny is one of my buddies on YouTube. So we were talking a little earlier about starting YouTube channels. Lenny can tell you firsthand that doing YouTube is hard. I say it again, doing YouTube is hard. What is the weirdest thing that I feel most nostalgic for? Rick, I mean, these are some good questions. I'm having fun answering them. Appreciate the questions. So the weirdest thing you feel nostalgia for? That's an extremely hard question. The weirdest thing that I feel nostalgia for. So I could say I really remember this. It was a weird time for me. I was young. I was pretty damn poor. But I remember sitting on this like 4-post metal bed, kind of like the ones that they had in prisons. But I liked it because it was metal, and my parents allowed me to. They let me take the posts outside, and I painted them blue. So I had this metal, like literally like the dormitory or prison bunk beds, and I had a pair of bunk beds. And I remember I used to love sitting on top of that bunk bed and watching old videos. Well, I actually had this one horror video. It was like I can't think of the name of it. If I describe it, you guys might be able to tell me. Faces of Death. That's what it's called. I used to watch the Faces of Death videos, and I just have this weird urge, just very slight urge every once in a while to be on a 4-post metal bunk bed and, you know, sitting there on a 19-inch or 13-inch TV, whatever size it was, and watch a VHS that I got from Blockbuster of, you know, that movie. I mean, I don't know why, but yeah, that's kind of the weird one. Let's see. Any tip for starting up? Start now. The longer you wait, the further behind you get. Use your first year or two for practice, and leave the videos on your channel. Don't worry about people who are naysayers, any of that. Come give me a call. I'll come in your channel and dog them out a little bit. But if you want to be a YouTuber, man, be a YouTuber. Don't worry about constantly waiting to get the right equipment and all that. My best advice to you is start now. Start with what you got. A phone is a very good tool for first starting YouTube. The quality on a phone is better than most cameras. The audio is good as long as you have it close enough to you. And the view on a phone it's pretty damn good. You don't even need to edit on a computer, although I suggest it and highly suggest it. But you can get started right on your phone. So there's a suggestion to you. Let's see what else we got in here. Retro paranormal music. Unsolved mystery theme. Watch out for that tree. Did you ever watch Square One TV on PBS? I loved Square One. Square One. I love the guy falling out of his chair. That's on the intro. Grandparents' smelly sofa. That's an interesting one. Not paranormal music, guys. Just a mix of both. Okay. Well, you need to make it or find it and put it on a channel so we can see it. And let me know about it, and I'll subscribe to you. Here is the age-old question. GoBots or Transformers? Always hear the love-hate relationship with GoBots, but for me, I love them both. Jace, dude, we are on the same page. I love both of them growing up. I talk about this all the damn time about being, not having a lot of money growing up. But dude, you could get GoBots for like $2, $3, $4 at the store, and you could build up for what it would cost for one Soundwave. You could have 5 GoBots, and I can sure as hell do a storyline with a bunch of GoBots than having one Soundwave that has 2 or 3 cassettes, and I got to play against my GI Joes. So I liked GoBots growing up. I have GoBots now. I even got some unboxings I've done on my channel. I liked GoBots. GoBots came out before Transformers in the United States, so they have a storied history here in the United States. They get a lot of bad rap. The cartoon wasn't the greatest. I'll admit to that, but it was fun. It was an interesting, tidbit of a cartoon for a little kid of 8 or 9 or 10. But I don't have any problem with the GoBots. I like them. Do I like the Transformers better? Yes, I do like the Transformers better. The quality of them was better. The toys looked better. Those Super GoBots were nothing compared to even the small Transformers. Although, like Bumblebee and Cliffjumper, I guess you could compare those a lot to the GoBots. But there you go, man. I loved me some Transformers. I also like some GoBots. But Soundwave is probably one of my favorite toys of all time. Jetfire and Optimus Prime as well. If you use pics from public sites like Google, will you get copyright? If you use pics from public sites like Google, will you get copyrighted? For photos that are typically... I don't want to educate anybody on this. All I can say is that it depends on how you're using the photos. If you're using them for entertainment value, but you're training or teaching or spoofing something, it is possible to use material that's copyright. But I don't want to go into detail on it. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't want to really try to explain in detail about it because there's so many nuances to it that you can kind of get into trouble if you're not careful. But generally, it depends on how you're using the material. GoBots were okay. Transformers were better. Really hate how they dumbed down the Transformer sequences for the Transformers. I do too. All good. Nice one. A phone. Interesting. Thank you for that. Yeah. Scott, ever thought... So, Scott, have you ever thought of doing interviews with retro stars? It would be cool if you can get a interview with the Saved by the Bell reboot cast for an example. Oh, man. Lenny, man. I mean, I would love to do that. I love... Saved by the Bell is one of my shows. It is one of my shows, and I'm really interested in it. I've thought about this. I personally don't feel like I'm a good interviewer. I also personally feel intimidated by interviewing people. So that's one of the reasons I don't feel like I'd be a good interviewer. So yes, I there's certain people I would love to interview, but the comfort level makes it kind of hard for me. Good question, Lenny. Gen 1 still, then Transformers, Cybertron. Gen 1's the best. I feel nostalgia for the narrator's voice in Disney documentaries. Robotech, bro. Robotech. Good stuff. That's one of the shows that I've been kind of barely not putting on my list that I need to rewatch. 87 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Dude, 87 is greater. Yes. Nerma, you got it. Challenge of the GoBots. Yep. Good cartoon. Do you turn your lights on and off using the clapper? Nope. Anyone remember Hulk Hogan's Rock and Wrestling cartoon? Yeah, I remember it. I love that. My boy Junkyard Dog was in it. Oh, need to go. The horses are waiting. I hate them. Don't like the way they look at me, even though they only look at me from one eye at a time. That's funny, Casey. Dude, I'm glad to have you on the stream, man. Enjoy Sweden. I would love to visit one day. Did you ever grow a chia pet? No, I did not. Although I like chia pets, I've never had one ever. You take like a head or whatever the thing is, and you put a paste on it, right? And then the paste sprouts out to be grass. I want the Bob Ross one. I would love to have the Bob Ross chia pet. Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is garbage. You can say that twice. I don't like Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, man. Who's the one who had all the rubber bands? He was on it too. He came on there live though. Trying to remember his name. Why did he do that? He had rubber bands that hung off of his face. For the longest time, I thought 2012 was garbage. Then I saw Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I called out Nostalgia Critic on his video for Rise. Captain Lou Albano, that was it. Captain Lou Al Rubber Bando. Haha. How you like that one? Did you ever get sea monkeys or anything advertised in comics? No. I've wanted them, but I usually didn't have the money to buy them. He was also in the Super Mario Brothers show. I haven't heard of the TMNT Palooza. Yeah, Captain Lou, man. Mario and Luigi. Yeah, on that Super Mario show, they would do those little skits in between. You remember the Christmas one when Santa came to visit? Did I? No, I didn't even know they had WWF ice cream bars. Never had that. Nice seeing both Voltrons in the back. I am always on the less popular of the debate. Have always liked the vehicle Voltron a little better than the Lion. Really? I liked both, even though they're really not even the same show. I like the Lions better. And I think it was the cool factor. I was more into those lions that formed into Voltron than, you know, the vehicles. Although the vehicles, there's a lot more vehicles that make up Voltron than there are of the lions, which is kind of cool if you want like this whole big set of toys that turn into one mega robot. But Brad Garrett was the voice for Hulk Hogan on the cartoon. Yeah, the Mario show was cool. Super Mario Brothers. I mean, I can still like envision the you know, like the intro for that, and then going into the cartoon. It was kind of cute. Y'all remember the Plastic Man one? That one had that live action intro as well. Or, you know, before the cartoons came on, Plastic Man would come on. That was kind of cool too. I always had an affinity for Plastic Man. I love those glasses and that suit he wore where you could see, well, not really a tuft of hair, but he had the cross stitch in the front. It almost seems like most people have the same cartoons that they really loved. If it was early 80s, it was usually G.I. Joe, Transformers, and Mask. And if it was late 80s to 90s, it was usually like Ghostbusters and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Those were kind of like the separator between those two. I don't know if you guys can relate to that or if that seems logical, but that's where you kind of separate the kids that were younger in the early 80s as opposed to being younger in the late 80s by which ones they really, really loved. Yeah. Girls just want to have fun. I love that song, by the way. Ah, so William, you remember the Plastic Van cartoons too? Yeah, I like Dungeons and Dragons. Eric, I've talked about this on a stream before, but my parents would not let me watch Dungeons and Dragons as a kid, so I actually had to watch it at other friends, like when I was doing sleepovers. So my parents were kind of holy rollers, and that was kind of a common theme back in the 80s. You know, like Kiss and D&D and just rock music. All that stuff was the devil's music, or you know, that kind of thing. And I was not able to, you know, to watch some of those cartoons as a kid. Kind of sucked. Yeah, Richter loves D&D. He brings it up pretty often, which I'm not going to argue because I like that show as well. And it was a little more, I don't know, it was a little more, not necessarily adult, but serious. What was your favorite sugar candy to get as a kid? Dude, the watermelon Jolly Rancher sticks, not the little candy cubes. I'm talking about Jolly Rancher sticks. I don't even know if they make them anymore. If they do, I haven't seen them in a long time. But those Jolly Rancher sticks, like they had the cinnamon sticks and the grape and the sour apple and the cherry, of course. But the watermelon, holy cow! I loved the watermelon sticks. Those were so good, the Jolly Rancher ones. Oh yeah, let me resend that out. You guys need to bookmark the Discord so you can shoot it out in chat every once in a while. If you guys do Discord, I have a Discord channel. So just in case you're interested in, you know, chatting throughout the week or finding out what I'm up to or seeing some of the behind the scenes of what's going on the channel, then you're welcome to join the Discord. Yeah, you can't post Discord, but you could post the last 5 or 6 characters. That's really all anybody needs if they know how to use Discord. And you can always write Discord and then just put that after it. Check out oldtimecandy.com. See if you can find it. Old Time Candy. Old Time Candy. Old fashioned and retro candy. Interesting. Oops. Yeah, I don't see it on here. I used to love the Jolly Rancher sticks. This is what they looked like, if you guys remember that. They look like those sticks like that. Oh my god, they were so good. So good. Some of y'all might remember that. But yeah, those were some of my favorites. Jolly Rancher sticks. Yum, yum, yum. Those are the things that you just can't find anymore, man. It's kind of sad. Remember them in the 90s. Like I just did for that candy website. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can kind of type it out in a way that... oh, yeah. Candy cigarettes. I remember those. Yeah, those are probably really hard to find nowadays. You probably can't find those. Go back to the chat box. Getting your teeth stuck in them and straining your tongue. I am lucky I never lost a filling off of those Jolly Rancher sticks, because I used to do it on purpose. I used to get my teeth stuck to them on purpose. It was stupid. I don't know why I did that. Spider-Man candy cigarettes. I don't remember them. Do not remember the Spider-Man candy sticks. Getting in trouble with your teachers for eating in class. Yeah, that sucks. I'm sure you guys all got in trouble for eating candy in class before. Seems it's one of those things, man. It sucks, but you gotta have the candy in the class. All right, so what time did my stream start? 10 o'clock. It was supposed to start at 9:30. We had some technical difficulties, all because of Ricto. Yeah, man. Ricto messed everything up. Not joking. Yeah, so we had some technical difficulties. Not real sure, you know, what the deal was, but hopefully next time we don't have these problems. Let's see. Stream started at 10, 11, 12, 1, 3.5 hours. 3.5 hours, guys. That's a pretty long time. I think I went for over 4 one time, but yeah, I'm going to have to start winding it down. It's 2:30 here now. I know, man. I was ready to rock. I know you guys were. I was so pissed when I couldn't get it to work. So anyway, probably sometime this week I'm going to do a couple more streams so I can work out the tweaks. They'll probably be scheduled because now I realize that I need to work on making sure that the scheduled part works right. So hopefully I can get that going correctly. But I'll schedule it probably only a couple hours in advance, and it'll be in the evening, you know, kind of later evening. And I'll probably call it a Q&A session. So if you guys have any questions for me or anything like that that, you know, you want to talk about, we'll have a good time. Maybe I'll ask you guys some questions back. But let's see. So yeah. Anyway, okay. One quick question. Yeah, before we end the stream, what's up, man? Turbo Teen on USA. I remember that cartoon. Are severe noobs allowed in here? What do you mean? I don't understand the question. Because noobs got to learn retro too. They need to get their what is he right? Our noobs, teens. Oh, you mean in the Discord? Is that what you're talking about? Because I don't really have any problem with teens in Discord. Yeah. So I'm not sure what you're getting at, but I was gonna invite my nieces to join our trivia sessions. Of course, of course. Yeah. People of all ages are able to join in on the chat. I don't. Yeah. Anybody who wants to try to answer trivia questions, they're all more than welcome. Yeah. 15, 16. Oh yeah, no problem, man. I mean, this is a free public stream, so I can't tell people to not watch it. It's up to them if they want to stay up till 1, 2 in the morning as a 15, 16-year-old or their parents or whatever. But yeah, man, anybody can join in on the stream. They are definitely more than welcome to. So not a problem at all. And by being noobs, it gives them exposure to it, and they get to, learn a lot more about some of the cool 80s and 90s stuff that we like to talk about. I'm 13, and I've been on for a while. See? Casey's this hardworking 13-year-older from Sweden who knows a pretty good deal about 80s stuff. So there you go, right there, man. They do it just to defy their mothers. Just like Casey. Casey at the bat. Casey, you probably don't even know that reference. Casey at the bat. Hell, most of y'all probably don't even know that reference. It's a poem. You ought to go look it up, Casey. I think you'll like it. All right, guys. What time is it? It is 1:38. It is time for me to head off to bed, and it is time for you to go learn some more trivia, so when you come back, you can beat Nigma. Love you, Nigma. Love you guys. Let's do a quick backwards shout out. My dad put me on. Yeah, that's cool that you're coming on here. All right, Casey, William, Jace, Nermiachios, Newfie, Ricto. Let's see who's still. It looks like who's still around. Most of you guys might have already bowed out to go to bed. Eric. I'm just scrolling up the chat just to kind of see who might be on. Oliver. And anybody else who's out there. I might get on my phone for a little bit, but I'm gonna go ahead and close the stream down. So yeah, if you guys want to go in Discord, you're more than welcome, and maybe I'll check in on there and see what's going on, see what the hype in the chat and all that's about. And those who have to go to work. All right, guys. So something that I haven't done. But I think it's a little bit more of a fitting ending to the end of the stream. If it ain't retro, guys, it ain't worth watching. And I will see you all next time.